I got the other.
She comes like a thief in the night.
I'm bad out of hell.
Like a thief in the night.
Like a thief in the night.
Underneath that was blood.
I don't know about all that. Speaking of that, Future drops tomorrow. How you feeling, fellas?
Who else drops real quick? Just real quick.
How are my toxic?
I'm gonna just say
fellas
this.
feeling?
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say it once.
You don't like
Yeah,
Future.
Shane doesn't like Future.
Nah, yeah, whatever. But if you run to Future and didn't run everybody else, I got some things to say to you.
Oh, me?
But he don't care about that
Yeah.
Division album, so give it up.
It's
No,
not
that-
even just division.
Yeah, but you know
There
that.
ain't nothing else
you
that
know
I came
I'm-
by.
But I just get. I try every
Why
single
would you
time,
think I
but I
would?
try to figure out your system.
Why would you
He
think I
don't.
would?
I know what his
Is there
system
no method to your madness?
No.
Yeah,
no.
that's
no,
what. There's actually
no.
method to my man.
What is it?
Explain it for one time
Yeah,
for our
can you break
viewers
it
and
down
us.
for us,
Just
please?
explain it.
Y'all don't understand.
I literally hate when you say that.
Y'all won't understand.
Okay,
Let's
but
understand.
you make it so curious. Like
No, it's not
I'm
curious
going
at
to
all.
investigate. So
I'm
you better
saying,
tell
if
me.
I told y'all both sit there and be like, wow.
Okay,
But that's all
tell
I
me.
need.
I
That's
just
all
need
I
to
need.
know. That way I will know what to expect.
Because it's killing
and what
me.
not to expect.
The cat killed.
It drives me
The
insane.
curiosity killed the cat. Whose phone is that? I need to know.
Yeah,
So-
you need to mute it.
So I've been a list man my whole life.
Right.
You know.
We know that.
You know, even you've
Finish line, knock them out. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, you've even seen like with my joke, like
I don't need all that. Just
What?
tell us. Get to it.
no,
but
he's
you
good.
need-
Break it down.
No,
you're not
I
gonna
need
understand.
context. I need
But I'm
context.
saying we,
That's the this is why I'm telling you why.
but I don't care. Okay.
Then I don't know any other way. to
Okay.
explain
Why
it.
am I getting you off track? Go.
Go.
So
Go ahead.
I have lists in my life for order.
Right.
Right. I make lists.
I understand that part.
For anything. So when I have a list with documentaries and all that, I do lists. Like that's why Joe Rogan, all that list.
If you give one more example instead of
Knucklehead
telling
podcast list. So I basically put a lot of content in a bubble. I already did this. That's funny.
Really?
And I randomize it.
what is this?
So you randomize it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you work. So there's no method to your madness. That's not a method. That's random.
You ever
It's
seen
a-
the
it's
episode
a
of Rick
method
and
to
You ever
random.
seen the episode of Rick and Morty about random Tron?
It's weird, but the way I have put I will see it when I'm supposed to see it.
I'm not going to get into the psyche of that because that's bullshit. So, episode what?
This is episode 35 of the Noahidols podcast.
I'm pissed off. I'm
This is my host right here, my man.
because you go out
Joe.
of your fucking way to
My
not
man right
hear
here,
something that
Troublesome.
you need to hear when you need to hear it. Okay,
Who are you today? Troublesome or Lord of the
I'm
Loose?
troublesome today. 'cause
Troublesome
I'm on your
today.
ass.
Okay.
And this is, go ahead and call it.
Yeah, KD.
No, we don't
Shout out
need to
KD
start doing
podcast.
that.
You
It doesn't have
don't
to-
gotta start doing
Right,
it. I
but-
said I'm gonna start doing it.
But why?
So this is
That's not good.
Podcast KD.
No.
That's
he
not
don't
good.
get no love in
That's
this
what I'm saying.
podcast.
That's
Yeah,
not
he
good.
does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
I love KD.
Why?
Well, I don't love KD. That's extreme. But
And
I
Draymond
like
lost a
KD.
fan out of you.
Yeah, he's been lost a fan. He said
No,
last final.
it's clearly the Gaylord Perry.
Draymond lost a fan out of us.
Who was the first like friend?
And the more
I don't know him.
all these shows,
The only one was Yogi Bear.
Bro,
The
that's
GOAT
why
Yogi
they're getting
Bear.
ready to trade him for Rudy Gobert.
But real quick,
Hey,
I'm not running the future though.
we know
I'm not
you're
running
not.
future.
We know you're not. We know you're not. We know, don't we, guys?
No, that's one person that I've tried to like figure out. I was like, if Hunter runs to this future, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, what the fuck? He's not. I mean, I'll listen to it.
So
When you
you
come
take
around.
hold on. So you take your
That's not how I do it.
you take your list of people that you have in, right? And what do you mean you randomize it? Do you do the random thing on random.com that people do? Like where it puts it in and sorts it? Or do you like literally random your finger? And this is where it lands. This is where I'm going. No, I need to know.
But I'm saying it's just gonna take too long, and y'all stuck.
Okay, well give it to me.
Simplify.
This is your time.
I can't. That's what you're understanding. I can't. I wish I could. I don't. It's just something. How would I do?
So let's give the people some context. So Hunter is a list man, right? Anything that we say Hunter you should do, or if Hunter comes across something, he's very astute. So when he finds out something new knowledge, he wants to learn it or something, he puts it in his notes. Cool. I always try to figure out how he prioritizes these because, especially when it comes to like music and albums, we'll be like Drake's getting ready to drop or Kendrick's getting ready to drop.
well, no, there's
or-
certain artists who I'll listen to that day.
But then there's some that you won't.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
Drake,
saying-
we had to force you. We had to tie
Well,
you down.
I
force
told you
to
the reason
listen.
why.
But did you?
But I told you when Drake's album dropped, I listened to it the
Right,
first
but
day.
any of
I
the
told you
heavy
that was
name you
music
would-
that was like a patent that was already. I don't know. I saw Maul say the same exact thing I said.
So you're Maul.
afterwards. No, I'm not.
So you're Maul.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So you're Maul.
I should not have said that.
Okay, then.
but
Okay,
but
what are
I'm
we
saying
talking about?
that just wasn't. I mean,
He's
it wasn't
saying
excitement.
if there's no sense of urgency behind the music or the artist, then he'll get to it when he gets to it.
But
Right.
he'll listen, he'll go and listen. And I'm not knocking him. I just want to know why. I just want to know why.
There's that.
I want to know how. Actually, not why. I need to know how. That way I'll know what to expect from you, brother. I've known you for years now.
I can tell you what to expect. That we can't talk about the future album on Monday.
Well,
That might not be true.
But the fact that we got to say,
But might. So what is the might? What is the variable?
Well, first off, that's not I've been doing shit. You gotta give me some credit.
I give you credit. I'm not knocking you. I just want to find out.
Because the last like 3 things you done told me to, except the Division album, the last like 3 things you done told me to watch
For
or
sure.
do.
But that was because I had to like,
Not
please,
really.
beg you.
Nuh-uh.
I begged you.
The first one. The second one you said, hey, watch that. I said, bet. And I watched it the same day, the same morning.
Oh yeah, that's true. But it was 20
And it went
minutes.
off. Yeah. But I was just like, all right. And there was something else.
The Drake album. Those are 3.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
right,
because y'all said we got to talk about it on the podcast. So you listen to it. So I'm saying, but I don't like doing that, bro. I really don't like doing it because I feel like there's a, y'all doing it.
Let's go.
I feel like there's a, it sounds stupid and crazy. That's why I like saying it. I just believe that I will get to certain things, listen to, see things,
when
certain
you're
things
ready for it.
when I'm supposed to see it. There's been a lot of things. For just instance, the one Scientology story. Remember I told you the Monday we got back, I'm back to work. I watched a documentary about it that broke everything down. I came back to him telling Stephen and Trayvon and Holden, bro, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. It just that all played in. That all made and that's happened with a lot of things.
Right, but that's called what is that called, Shane?
What?
Ignito. Well, I can't remember the
What are
word.
you
If I know,
When you're trying to chase that universal connection, it's called cognito or
Cognition.
cognition, I think.
I don't know if I'm trying to chase it, but I know that
If you're consciously trying to not be aware of something because you feel like you're going to be aware of it when it's time to be aware,
That's chasing.
it doesn't work.
yeah, it does.
I mean, I'm sure it does, but that's not how it works.
I know what you're trying to get at. I know what you're saying. I don't care. I'm just glad I know now.
I love those
But-
moments, though. I really love those moments.
It
to
happens
where-
all the time.
Yeah,
Y'all don't like y'all.
It happens to us. Where
Yeah, it
we
does.
talk about something, then it
It
pops
does.
up and be like, bruh.
But it happens to me so like when I be learning. Stuff,
Right, but you can't keep chasing that. So, anyways,
I don't chase that. I mean, maybe
you
maybe
can't go out of your way.
it's not out of my way. I look at it as if I got 30 documentaries I want to watch and I know they're all I'm watching. I know I want to watch all these, right? Every last one of these I want to watch because I put them in my list. I prioritize these documentaries. Let me see which one I'm about to watch right now.
But
Right,
you know
but
why
in-
that's
in
whack?
order-
It's whack because nobody can ever put Hunter into anything.
That's not true.
No, it is. Because
Yeah,
if
that's
you
not
tell him
true.
to put it on his list,
No,
it's going to go
let's
onto
say
his
put it-
list until you get ready to get
But
to it.
you put me onto it. That don't mean nothing. I put Drew on that girl right there who showed us Tosh Santana or whatever. Put her on my list.
And he
put me on
forever
to-
be credited.
I guess.
You've done put. I'm pretty sure that you put me on to.
Right, but you do know that
I guess.
you do know the more and more because what it sounds like is you're saying the time will be right to listen to something when you want to do it instead of forcing yourself to listen. But without ever forcing yourself to listen to stuff, you're throwing that whatever it is
Cognition.
out of whack.
Well, one, I don't do that.
If you're only listening to stuff on the time where it's supposed to be, that's not how it works because you only get that moment when you're doing both, when you're listening to stuff,
Right.
when you're not supposed to listen to it, and when you are. That's why it works like that. You can't just always do it on schedule.
Well, one, I don't always do it.
That's true.
Like I said, if there's an artist I want to hear from that
Right, but that's still one. That's still one. I said if you're not in order for that to happen in life, you got to still be doing things that you don't want to do.
I listen to too much music for that. Meaning, I don't know if I'll get back to that album. You know what I mean?
What?
I'm saying you're saying to have that moment, you have the moment where you listen to an album and then you might not like it or whatever, you go back to it. And
No. I'm talking about that cognition thing that we was talking about in general. The generalization that we just explained what that is. Like us sitting here a couple times where we talked about something and it pops up on the screen. I'm saying you don't get those moments if you're only always doing what you want to do and listening to stuff on your time. Those moments come when you're random and sporadic, is what I'm saying. That's when the moments come.
I don't know. I'd beg to differ.
Because it keeps happening.
Keeps on happening. For instance, that movie I told you about. That was a randomized. I have 200 movies up there. Randomized the movie. Picked the movie out of 200 movies that came out in 2012.
And then
the next Insecure episode that came on.
It was in the thing.
So explain that to me. That when you say randomize it, what do you do?
Random.org. I have a list of.
And you put them in there, and then boom, it pops up.
Right.
So that's what you spend your time up there doing.
And I have.
No, I'm not. I just want to know.
I have that. That's how I get through my documentaries. That's how I get through a lot. Now when Jordan Doc comes out, I put that up. I want to watch Jordan Doc. Like there's some, like I said, there's some artist drop that I want to hear. Like I've been waiting on something. That's all. I'm about to listen to their album. Weekend Childish. I listened to their album the first day it came out. But I'm saying if it's just something that I know I need to get to, that like I want to watch. I want to watch this. I want to listen to this. I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, but you don't get to it.
Wait.
There's a lot of stuff that you probably should have watched, or just that you say you wanted to watch.
Right, but I keep my. But that's the freshness of. Yeah, that's good.
My thing is, if I want to watch it, I write it down. I watch a lot, which is,
but I'm saying that.
I was just talking to Daniel about that the other day. Like I know it's like y'all. I've had within the past 2 years the amount of like just content of just stuff I've done just watched and seen is I've done forgot. So like I've done it's really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I'm saying the fact that I don't write stuff. I'm not saying about writing stuff down, but the fact, oh my god.
I'm sure there's a hella podcast.
Get real.
I know. That you say, did you watch the Alex Jones podcast yet?
The first one or the second one? No.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, but that don't matter. Wait, tell me what
This
point
is
you're
crazy.
trying to
How
make.
are we always all? How are we never on the same page with anything? But we're close. Like I don't get. Like I'll watch anything that you send me. Anybody sends me.
Well, no, I'll watch. Like that's what I said. I'll watch it.
Point.
But he will watch nothing until he gets ready. Or no, you won't watch nothing, and then he'll get to it when he gets. It's just like what?
But that's the point.
What?
Isn't that the point?
How are we? How? When did I get like that?
That is funny as fuck.
I'll watch anything. I mean, depending on who it comes from, but yeah.
Yeah, but you don't search for content like I do. Like you're cool with your Joe Rogan, Joe Budden. Like if someone's like, "Hey, fuck with this," you're like, "Bet, I'll fuck with this."
You
like
I feel that way.
Right. I literally have like so many like documentaries. I went through I went through everything. Now I'm like, I'm watching that. I need to see that. I've done looked up.
Like there's
I'm telling you, did like so much.
But
crazy
that's
shit.
my point. So how do you? To your point of if you're supposed to watch it, you'll get to it when you get to it. My point is, if I'm supposed to watch it and I'm more random than you, then when I do watch it, that means I was supposed to watch it, right?
No, and that's why I said it could sound crazy. Because then it kind of makes you seem like, well,
you're planning random,
right?
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're planning those moments to have like.
Yes, it does sound like that. And it sounds crazy. It's so hard to explain.
Well, it is, I'm sure, but to me, in my brain, of my sense of you, it's not because you're always somebody that has to. For some reason, in your brain, you have to have
some sense of order.
Some sense of order. That's exactly what it is. You can have no sense of randomncy.
Yes.
It always has to make sense.
Yes. I've been like that my whole entire life. I've always. From the time I was 6 years old, I had to clean the house. I was writing down, do the dishes, sweep the thing, do the boom, boom, and I would sometimes randomize.
Well,
why
don't you
which
tell
I'm doing first, and I've literally always had order.
You've explained.
Huh? I used to be listening, man.
I'm saying you're listening. I'm just saying, stop.
Right, I love his stop.
I did. I swear.
Fought over who was cleaning what every
And
single
he
month.
barely.
Yes, but hold on, I'm talking.
He still had him lit. He still had him lit down.
Yeah.
He was telling me you're cleaning that. And
Hold on. First off, you can attest to me that I've always been listening.
Are you eating
right?
that burger?
no, yeah, I didn't say no.
Okay, so we could.
So you didn't randomize it.
Yes, I did. I would randomize mine. We'd have 8. I would split mine, and I would randomize with mine which one I would do in order.
We had 8 each.
No, like maybe 4
Saying
beats.
when they talk, you just gotta look at one, and then when the other one talks, you gotta look at the other.
I'm telling you how I've always did. With school, I would do my assignments.
Why don't you tell everybody out there why you told? I don't know if you. I think you said it on the podcast before. Is that due to your anxiety?
I would say so.
That you just gotta get it done and get it all out of your head.
I need
Check.
to. I love order. I love completing something. I love watching that documentary, learning something, and say, "Yep, cool." I love.
Okay, and
cross someone off the
okay,
list.
I love this episode. This is my
Yes,
favorite
it's good.
episode. So, in what way?
15 minutes in.
You know that meme where
this is
Michael
my
Jackson
favorite.
and said, "I love this song."
2
It's like
seconds
1
in.
second. This is my favorite song. In what ways has that hampered you?
What being like
I love
that?
this, yeah.
This is good.
In what ways has that
It'd be
fucked
way
you up?
better if we did what I suggested. But it's cool.
What you
Um,
suggest?
That we do the character test.
Oh, where this is kind of right. This
Yeah,
is gonna
but-
get in. Don't be mad. This is gonna get into that. Pull it up.
You didn't do it.
You said we would do it on the podcast. That's what you
Did
said.
I say that? Did I
I
say
think
that?
you did.
No, I didn't.
You literally
I know
said
for a
that.
fact I didn't say that. He said that.
Okay, I don't wanna argue about it,
He said
'cause-
that in the group chat. He said that, and I said, no, we're going to already have them ready so we can talk about them. On
And
the
I said
podcast.
that was whack and we need to do it on the podcast.
But all I'm saying is, we shot that my idea.
You said that's fine. I told you I said I
I
had it
never
on
said
the
that was
phone.
fun.
Listen. Because y'all never let me talk because y'all always
Because I know where you're going. I know you. Do you not know that? I know you. I know.
Right, but you said
Everybody knows. What
you
he's
said
doing.
it's
Man.
fine, it doesn't work on your phone, we'll do it on the computer. That's exactly what
I
you
said you need to do it on a computer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, what computer do I have? Get real. Dusty ass computer.
You can do it right now. It literally takes 5 minutes.
Thank you. So,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Me and
sign
Hunt,
me
did
in.
you do yours?
I didn't. But that's what I'm saying. I really thought I would have did mine. That's what I'm saying. If I knew that, I would have did mine if I thought that.
Right,
You
so
guys
that's
are nuts.
no.
Do you believe me?
So
do you
who's the
believe
nut?
me?
What
Wait,
they
no,
just
I
said.
get
Right,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Do you believe me? I was man to man.
I really don't.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Not because you're lying,
your
because
feelings
I
are
thought you
hurt.
put it on your
But tell me your
list. I
feelings
really
are
thought you would put it on your list.
No, fuck
No,
no.
so-
I really had no
see,
intention.
I don't put stuff like that on
You're
my
way first. You are more slick than you think. You are so slick. Because here's what you do. No. Because now it's your turn. Here's what you do. In order to finagle your way out of something, you just gave him a compliment. You just y'all drive me crazy around here.
What was the compliment? I said he would put it on his list.
But that was you trying to soften up. No, that's bullshit. First off, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and I
you did
wasn't
not
that.
think that.
I
You're
did.
You're just
I
saying
literally
that
had-
to get
I
him to
literally
shut up.
did
You
not
just
think
fed
we
him a
were gonna come
binky.
here.
A binky. That's a binky. It's a pacifier. Because you knew he would. If you said something about a list, he would say, "Okay,
That's
that
what
kind of
said
makes
it.
sense." So then, but that's all neither.
That's
here nor
literally- I
there.
had literally
We
did
are
not think we
both
were coming
admit
here.
we are both saying that we had no idea we were supposed to do that. So you're the crazy one. You are crazy.
You know what I will say? I may have communicated in a way that was not receivable.
See, there you go again. That's slick shit. I think that's slick shit.
I think that we all didn't communicate.
no.
Because you never communicate. Because you're Mr. Playing guy. Don't plan anything. Let's just do it.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you're slick.
Anyway, back to you, Joe.
You used the Marshall Mathers
Yeah, I forget what he
from
meant.
8 Mile thing to simplify it. That I'll attack myself and say I didn't communicate it well when that's really a little sly backhanded
I didn't
way.
communicate it well. Or because there were 3 parties involved. The person that,
All we have to do is do it.
the person that projected the information was not received by the other 2. So that is on my fault. I apologize.
Nah, that's bullshit. But yeah, so we're gonna do the randomized test. Anyways, Hunter.
Anyway, back to Hunter. This is good.
All right. Did you tell everybody why that hampered you in life?
Well,
Okay, my turn. I'll tell you.
Did
So,
what?
because you took too long.
Who just did that? Oh, I just watched this video on Trump. He shot everybody down. And she said,
Oh, he just got into it at a press conference.
yeah, she said, you told me that. Oh, he said, yeah, but you took too long. Next person.
Yeah, he just did that.
He just did that.
That is my. Never
She
mind.
said, why did you call it the Chinese virus? Or she said, why did you just say China? It was a Chinese one. Or Korean, I'm sorry, whatever. Korean, whatever she was. She said, why did you just say that to me like that? And he said, I just said it because it was from China. But she's Chinese. This is hilarious. Anyway,
Right, she's offended.
right. Go. One of y'all.
Go ahead.
What do you mean? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you said you.
Yeah.
I was joking because
Okay,
he took
you
too
go.
long. He was exhaling, inhaling. The fuck?
Well, how do I think that's hampered me? Only in the sense of what you guys say, as in, there's been times where I've missed moments, maybe, when where the stuff was, where something big was out,
You missed a moment in life.
even with like a lot of TV series and like that, even the Tiger, like when stuff like big is out trending and there's that moment
Oh,
of
you
a
missed a
TV
moment
show,
around
or
the-
there's that music. I might because I might wait 2 weeks to listen to the album. and I might miss the moment that.
And the
was
thing,
happening.
the thing about you is that I know the way that you operate, and like when you say that, it's because, but in your head you're thinking, yeah, I may have missed the moment, but I have more of an objective view on it. But everything isn't about being objective. You don't have to judge everything. You can just live in the moment for one time.
That is a good.
But
point.
you're so used to wanting to have I want to have a realistic, holistic view on this thing. So I want to watch it when the hype is down to see if I really like it.
But sometimes the hype is needed, right?
Yeah, some things. I mean, not even that. Some things just don't need to be objectified. Some things just don't need to be judged. Just live in the moment. Have the moment with everybody else.
Okay, now that sounds
Like nobody asked for your
that's
judgment.
true.
On it. Nobody
You're
asked for
right.
your judgment.
Right,
on it.
you're not the judge.
You're
so
right.
You're not. The
You're
judge.
right. But that all sounds good because we're human beings and we all judge everything, especially music or shows.
Right,
or
but
like that.
and since we all judge everything is the $0, because we all judge everything as the 0, you now have to add value to it. So some people judge things more.
Okay.
The ceiling, the floors, everybody judges everything. You judge things a little bit more.
Judgy,
Maybe, yeah, I guess I do.
Judge Judy.
But I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that it would be one, I think that I have changed a lot. Well, not a lot. I think that I've been doing a lot of there was something that you told me to watch a long time ago and I just watched it. And I was about to hit you up and say, finally watched it. It was like months ago and I was actually working. But that was my point, that I don't really do that no more. Usually if someone tells me to watch it, I'll try to get to it sooner than later. Even like I'll just watch the 3 thing. I just did that.
What will it take to get you out of that?
I don't know.
Why are we interviewing you?
Yeah, I don't
It's not
know.
hard. It's calm.
But I like having order.
It's good.
I need order in my life.
Right, so make the order.
I can't do
Prioritize the order. You can't prioritize the order.
Why don't you just make the order the day to day? Like, I don't understand.
But then that goes back to the way I think the world works.
I don't understand why your order isn't already put in place by what is going on. That's the order.
No, that's y'all's order. That's
No.
the order that was. That's the order that was made for. That's not the order of the world. No, that's not. That's not.
But
the
you also can't control the order either.
But I can let the order. I can let the order come to me.
But you're not letting it come to you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
random.
I know this is crazy.
this is like a.
This is like a Rick and Morty.
This is
episode.
it's literally like an Inception episode. It's
It
like
sounds like a Rick and Morty episode. I told you it sounds nuts, and in my brain, I promise you.
at least all I wanted was clarification. At least I have an understanding. I just could never wrap my mind. It drives me insane.
I promise you, in my brain, I can lay it all out.
Wait, what?
And my brain makes perfect sense.
Yeah, for sure. My room's dirty. I know everything is.
All right. That's
When
okay.
somebody cleans it up, where'd you put that at?
All right.
It was right here.
I'm sick of your analogies, quote man.
That's not a quote. It's just a fact.
Well, y'all ready to do some personality things, or y'all talk some more shit?
Do we have any coronavirus update real quick?
No,
I'm done talking about it. I don't know nothing about it. I literally don't know nothing about it.
No.
I was going to talk about the California part, but yeah, we ain't got to.
What happened in
They
California?
extended 3 more months.
They was about to open up.
yeah.
And they said
Joe
3
Rogan and
months.
them are all moving away. Yeah. Elon Musk said
Oh, yeah,
no.
Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk chalked it and
Yeah.
say he's working to get fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Working regardless.
2,500 new cases in Florida.
And they're about to lose hell money for that hell attack.
Yeah, he ain't moving his shit nowhere, but yeah.
He will move his shit out.
But yeah, coronavirus, we're done.
3 months also, it's over with for LA for a minute.
Yeah. Well, Stephen said he told me today that they were saying this is more like the Spanish flu, which is Spanish flu kept coming over a 2-year span, like would die down, then get big as fuck again, then die. That's what they're comparing.
I just know I don't want it. From hearing
If
the
this is how life is for the next 2 or 3 years, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's why
This is bullshit.
I'm not happy. So y'all can keep getting those $2,000 checks. I'm not happy.
Now, if we start getting the checks flooding in,
We're getting another check.
I haven't
now we're
gotten
about to
one.
find out tomorrow.
I haven't gotten them. I don't know what is up. I would whatever.
My parents got their shit today.
All right, that's bullshit.
I don't know why.
And that's bullshit for you.
Man, they not know I didn't take the time out to make a whole video about it.
Trying to
You
educate the
should
people.
right, you should have been the first one.
Man.
But that's probably why they didn't get
Right.
it.
They said, look at this loud
I
mouth
know.
blabbing. That's not even right.
I know, literally ain't.
This loud mouth. Get him off my
Right.
screen.
As a matter of fact, put him at the very end of Hunter's list. Don't randomize it. Dead last.
That was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're getting ready to pass that bill for another $2.
At this
Alright,
point,
well,
honestly, and this isn't
Oh, wow.
this isn't insensitive to people that have passed away. I'm just talking about the day to day of it. I don't care. I'm so done with it.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
I've been working, but nothing of my life has changed.
And that just goes to show.
Well, other than the fact that like stuff's just like
And again,
we're,
this is
we're
insensitive
stagnant. Like
because
we
Last thing I
nah.
need is from somebody in my family to get sick because I said that.
No, you're just saying
But-
that you're sick of the stagnant.
Yeah.
Like you're like right now we don't know. Like we're just in a
We're
position
just
where
in limbo. I don't
we're
like being in limbo.
We're in
but
limbo.
isn't it so funny and crazy how fast?
We're literally in limbo.
Yeah, I
Isn't
don't
it,
like that.
isn't it so crazy and funny how fast that we can adapt to the new normal? Because like
We're humans. We can adapt to anything.
It
that's
don't-
why we
when people-
adapt so quick.
I've been
to
in
the
my
new
house, it
normal.
does not
That's why
bother
no
me.
one cares no more. Is because it's like okay,
Right,
yeah,
and it crushed you.
It
Corona-
crushed me the first 2 weeks.
yeah,
but-
coronavirus is here, but we're all fine now.
Yeah.
That's why I mean when people say like if you could you go back in time and blah blah, we all could. Because
Yeah.
you like if the world ended right now, we'd all be fast adapters.
Yeah.
Believe that because once people always say I couldn't survive. Like
Yeah.
no, you would when there wasn't an option. Like you're still
Right.
thinking of you having an option.
Right.
No, like when it's that or like die. It's
Yeah,
you're
but I
gonna
don't
do
know
what you gotta
because
do.
wiping my ass with leaf paper is kind of wild.
But you did that.
You probably did that right like now.
No,
Get real,
never.
Get ready. You probably did that 2 weeks ago.
Man.
Get out to the paper real quick.
man. You're like that type. Wiped your ass with poison ivy and shit.
Have you ever done that?
No, I know
Okay.
someone who's wiped their ass with poison ivy.
That's crushing.
Saw it in the woods. Had to take a shit. We was walking.
Crushing blow.
We were young. We were young youths.
Nah.
Are we doing this personality thing? No.
Let's come back to it.
Let's come back to it.
I mean, unless you want to do it right now.
I would love to.
I mean, we could pause. This would be 20 minutes of.
Oh, we could talk while you look it up. Or do
But
we?
you have to do it.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
What did yours say?
We'll talk about it when we don't do it.
So you want to pause real quick?
You want to do it right now?
I can't think of anything else to do. I literally can't.
We'll be right back with you after these commercial breaks.
If you know, you know,
I'm
classic.
in my bag. And we're back, just like that.
And we're back after
After
a
that
brief
brief-
pause of the personality
Momentarily.
test.
Took about 2 minutes.
So I haven't learned absolutely anything about myself because I haven't read my results yet. But here we go.
I wish we had
A drum roll.
a soundboard.
Let's all, before we do this, let's all predict each other's.
Well, we don't know what all the personalities are.
Yeah, I don't know none of that
16
means, so let's just do it.
Okay, but I can
Not a good
predict
idea.
his.
Okay.
Is that Sevens?
Well, we already saw all of it.
How did I get mine's back and not y'all's?
Yours was, what? It was already on the screen.
Yeah.
But how didn't y'all get y'all?
Or do you want to talk
I
about
already
yours
have
first?
mine. No, we can, I figured we would stay on yours since we were just talking about you.
Okay.
And then we'll go to,
Let's do it.
No.
I
Okay,
already,
but-
I already screen. It's not specific. The type isn't specific to like, you know what I mean, like your test. It's just the percentages, which I already screenshotted, which is fine.
I don't know what that means.
He's going to explain to us.
So you are an advocate, correct? Is that what you said?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is an advocate. Your quote is by
what's
Johann
that
Wolfgang
say?
von Goethe. Whoever
I don't
that
care
is.
about
Joanne Wolfgang von Goethe.
I've heard Wolfgang before. It's,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
like a
goat
short,
last
yeah.
name.
Right.
Treat people as if they treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them out, and you help them to become what they're capable of being.
Accountability that you're really good at. So I would say that's true.
Okay, Wolfgang.
That's kind of interesting.
Wolfgang.
Do you think that's on?
I can definitely
Hold
see.
on, your strengths and weaknesses. Okay.
The advocate
Yeah, we do.
personality type is very rare, making up less than 1% of the population, but they nonetheless leave their mark on the world. Advocates have an inborn sense of idealism and morality, but what sets them apart is that they are not ideal dreamers. These individuals are capable of taking concrete steps
No, hold on. Before you
to realize their goal. Hold on, let me finish. Their
Right.
goals and make a lasting positive impact.
Hold on. Okay, but before we go further, idle dreamers.
Huh?
Idle, because that matters.
Yeah,
Idle dreamers.
They are not idle dreamers.
Yeah, idle. So that
Yeah,
means
that means they are not stagnant dreamers.
yes.
Meaning same dream.
No,
Or-
that would mean that your dreams change constantly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could take that. You can take that black and white, or you can take it as dreamer, as in dreaming. Like,
But also to your point about lists, that other sentence says these individuals are capable of taking concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting positive impact.
People with this personality type tend to see helping others as their purpose in life. Fact. Advocates can often be found engaging in rescue efforts and doing charity work. However, their real passion is to get to the heart of the issue so that people need not to be rescued at all. That is you. That is you. You don't think?
No, that.
Okay, how not? Well, let me tell you how I think. Because Hunter's whole thing is, let me get to the bottom of this, or let me figure out why you think the way you think, and let's attack the root of the problem. Accountability.
Okay, but his personality type definitely isn't rescuing others or making a positive impact.
No, but
or charity work.
But before that,
I would say not charity work, but yeah, it is.
I mean, we can't take it at black and white.
Yeah, and I would still say it is. My message is, or maybe my message, the way I always say stuff, maybe not good, but
his intent's always in the betterment of. It's the reason why he always shoves that down our throat.
My intent for everything has always been nothing but for the betterment of themselves. I don't see how there's not one time where it's not with me the betterment of themselves.
Even his idea with like pollution and stuff.
Wait, what?
When he said like don't litter. That's minute, but.
Okay, on to somebody
Any feedback yet?
No, on to somebody more interesting. Me.
We're not done. Advocates indeed share a unique combination of traits. Though soft-spoken, they have very strong opinions and will fight tirelessly for an idea they believe in. They are decisive and strong-willed, but will rarely use that energy for personal gain.
Not really. The first part was true. I really use the energy for personal gain. Advocates will act with creativity, imagination, conviction, and sensitivity, not to create an advantage, but to create balance. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. What is it?
Egalitarianism.
And karma are very attractive ideas to advocate.
That's true about you. That is true. We go round and round about that first word.
Yeah.
That's you always trying to find out why I can do something, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons. We're not the same.
Yeah.
But you are so dead set on trying to. Yeah, that's you.
These types tend to believe that nothing would help the world so much as using love and compassion to soften the heart of tyrants.
This is on point with you, but sometimes you must have lied on a couple questions. Or just like hit it.
I mean, you're a smart man. You don't need to take like every word.
I know.
Advocates find it easy to make connections with others. They have a talent for warm, sensitive language, speaking in human terms rather than with pure logic and fact. That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true with you.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense that their friends and colleagues will come to think of them as quiet, extroverted personality types. That's true. However, they would all do well to remember that advocates need time alone to decompress and recharge and not to become too alarmed when they suddenly withdraw. I don't know what that means.
That they need their time alone and not to be too alone.
Oh, if they suddenly remove themselves from. Mm-hmm. Advocates take great care of others' feelings and they expect the favor to be returned. Sometimes that means giving them the space they need for a few days.
That's you to a T. That's funny.
And then I'll just read the last one because it's.
I just want to see strengths and weaknesses.
To advocates, the world is a place full of inequity, but it doesn't have to be. No other personality type is better suited to create a movement to right a wrong, no matter how big or small. Advocates just need to remember that while they're busy taking care of the world, they need to take care of themselves too.
That last part ain't true. So
yeah.
The second one is really true with your insightfulness. You're very insightful. You see through a lot of dishonesty, disingenuous moments. See past my manipulation. That's true.
Let's go down a little bit. Let's say creative, insightful, inspiring, convincing, decisive.
You are decisive. Are you decisive?
Yep. Determined and passionate. What's that word?
Altruistic.
Got my weaknesses.
You guys suck at like breaking it. Are we gonna talk about it?
I want to talk about some of these.
Nah, yeah, I want to talk about them all. I just wanted to get.
Aha! Weaknesses, sensitive.
That's what you couldn't wait to get to.
Because that's one of his weaknesses.
I don't. You think I'm sensitive?
Why do you say he's sensitive?
No, I said he's not. It's a weakness of his. I'm agreeing with
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you're not. Yeah, you're not
Yeah, I get-
sensitive.
yeah.
I was thinking these were still his strengths. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see how y'all think that. Do y'all think that I've been getting more sensitive?
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You don't think
Why
so?
you say that?
More yeah.
Or
How? Are we just gonna say yeah, no the whole time? Like, damn.
I won't have to give examples, but just over time, he's even admitted to you, and you've seen it over time that he looks at it he looks at both angles from a central perspective now. He used to not do that at all.
I'll try to be a lot more.
That's not sensitive to me.
empathetic.
Empathetic though.
But just because you look at something objectively doesn't mean that you understand or
Well, okay.
have empathy for both sides. It
Okay.
just means you see both perspectives.
All right, can I talk to him? Let me read what this means. Sensitive. When someone challenges or criticizes advocates' principles or value, they're likely to receive an alarming response. People with advocate personality are highly vulnerable to criticism and conflict.
What are you reading?
Questioning sensitive.
When someone challenges or criticizes advocates' principles or values, they are likely to receive an alarming strong response. People with the advocate personality type are highly vulnerable to criticism and conflict.
That's
Questioning their motives is the quickest way to their bad side. Cool.
Yeah, that's true. But
If Hunter ever says something and you ever challenge his credibility from where it comes from, he's like almost like hurt a little bit.
No,
Not hurt, but it does something. I mean, you just did it earlier. You was
No,
like, you don't believe me if I said, you say you don't believe me a lot.
Well, that was kind of just playing around, but no, you're right though. Still,
But you also say a lot. If I say something, believe it. Like you say that a lot.
and he also says,
Like you
he
think that
also
we're supposed
says-
to take your word for law.
yeah. And he also says,
well,
if
not
you-
law, but I
Law
yeah.
with your friends. Yeah, it's law.
He also, you do say that all the time.
Because
You'd be like,
just
if you
be-
really believe that that's the way it happened, you'd be like, wow, you'd be really fucked up when I would be leaving. Certain.
Sometimes I do. There's a couple times I be fucked up. Just because, man. Because what else to say? People who with the advocate personality type are highly vulnerable to criticism and conflict.
Yeah.
You think that? I don't
Yeah.
think so. I think
You?
I'm very good at criticism.
Why you
No,
say
but
that?
you're very.
I'm not
it
saying yes
doesn't
or no.
not.
I'm asking why.
What'd you just say? I think
I
I'm
don't
good.
think.
I think I'm,
it doesn't say vulnerable with criticism and conflict. It says vulnerable to criticism and conflict.
like to criticize people.
No, that doesn't mean that you get affected by criticism. It means criticism and conflict attached to you, like it's surrounding you. And I would agree with that. Criticism and conflict.
Oh yeah,
being
that means
around
you're
you.
welcoming to criticism and conflict.
Uh,
It means it's in your. It's like
in a circle,
Yeah.
somewhere, people. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That is true. Well,
yeah.
Scroll down a little bit. I can't see because of the camera.
Perfectionist. I would
Nah,
say
what's
you're a
what's
perfectionist.
that say?
What,
Extremely
extremely
private.
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
Advocates tend to present themselves as the culmination of an idea. This is partly because they believe in this idea, but also because advocates are extremely private when it comes to their personal lives. They use this image to keep themselves from having to truly open up, even to close friends. Trusting a new friend can be even more challenging for advocates.
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I
That
don't
ain't
think
really
that's
that true.
true.
You. But that,
I mean, I'm private, but I'm not extremely private.
right.
What was the perfectionist? Advocate personalities are all but defined by their pursuit of ideals. While this is a wonderful quality in many ways, an ideal situation is not always possible. In politics and business and romance, advocates, especially turbulent ones, too often drop or ignore healthy and productive situations and relationships, always believing there might be a better option down the road. That's kind of true.
I didn't follow.
That's kind of true.
I know that one underneath it. Ooh.
Always need to have a cause. Scroll down a little bit.
Well, that's it. It ends with can burn out
Oh.
easily.
Ad-
You can't see on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I got
yeah. Advocate personalities get so caught up in their pursuits that any of the cumbersome tasks that come between them and their ideal vision is deeply unwelcome. Advocates like to know that they are taking concrete steps toward their goals. If routine tasks feel like they're getting in the way, or worse yet, there is no goal at all, they will feel restless and disappointed. Yeah, that's a fact.
This man. List man.
That is a fact.
But man, it's crazy because I be thinking like, how are people not like that, man?
What, like?
Like I know, I mean, it just said I'm in the 1%, but I'm saying I don't like even you. I be really
Wait, it said you're in the 1%?
at
Yeah,
the
but
very
that's
beginning,
What?
just at the
Yeah, whatever.
yeah. But I don't understand, bro, how people can just be so like. Just free, like just not have anything planned or anything. No order. I just have to have like some bit of structure in everything I do. Order.
Well, I think that yours is almost like the extreme of that. I bet there's 16 personality traits, so I imagine there's some that fall.
Do I have OCD?
Yes, to certain things.
Is that what OCD? What's OCD stand for? It's like
No, you're not
yeah.
OCD.
OCD.
People use that term too much.
Right, and OCD.
OCD is like
First off, I think that's
like-
for overly cleaning disorder.
no, it's
Overly compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah, I guess I don't have that. What's that last one? Can burn out easily. Their passion and patience for routine maintenance, idealism, and extreme privacy tend to leave advocates with few options for letting off steam. People with this personality type are likely to exhaust themselves in short order if they don't find a way to balance their ideals with the realities of day-to-day living.
That one doesn't do it for me. For you.
Yeah.
I want to see
The romantic relationship.
Yeah. Love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Nelson Mandela.
I fuck with Nelson.
Nelson
But hold on,
Mandela.
let me think about that. Love comes
comes
more naturally to the human heart than its opposite.
Hate.
Love comes more naturally than
So
hate.
you naturally love more than you hate. Is basically what they're saying.
When it comes to romantic relationships, advocates take the process of finding a partner seriously, not ones for casual encounters with people with advocate personality type. Instead, look for depth and meaning in their relationships.
That is 100% true.
Advocates will take the time necessary to find someone with whom they truly connect. Once they found that someone, their relationships will reach a level of depth and sincerity of which most people can only dream.
So keep dreaming, y'all.
Keep dreaming. I mean, the relationships on there kind of like
Yeah.
say whatever. I want to see your
Friendships.
Yeah.
Because this where
This
you
is
come
it.
into
Yeah,
play.
this is where I come the most I can do for my friends is simply be his friend.
That's a fucking fact. I love that shit. I love that
Henry
shit.
David Thoreau. Isn't he a poet?
Because hold on, real quick though, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
What else can I be?
Right.
What else? What do you want from me? I can be a good friend. I promise you, I can be a good friend.
There's a running theme with advocates, and that is a desire for authenticity and sincerity in their activities, their romantic relationships, and their friendships. People with the advocate personality type are unlikely to go for friendships of circumstance. They avoid situations like workplace social circles or chatting up their local baristas, where the only thing they really have in common is regular contact. People with this personality type seek out others who share their passions, interests, and beliefs. They create friendships with people with whom they can explore philosophies and subjects that they believe are truly meaningful.
Goes to your point about the argument we had 2 weeks ago.
Closed
What?
book and a speed reader,
That
like finding a needle in a haystack.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like finding a needle in a haystack.
no,
brother.
that's not.
I've been
that
trying to
mean.
tell you this.
You're like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll read the last one. These are advocate personalities don't require a great deal of day-to-day attention. For them, quality trumps quantity every time. Over the years, they will likely end up with just a few true friends, built on richness of mutual understanding that forges an enduring link between them.
Nice. Yep. All right, my turn.
That
We're
makes,
not- we're
that
not
makes me
parents.
smile.
And does this make you feel good? Career paths. These are all whack. They said
Yeah,
I was.
yeah, no, we had
they said
another-
I was going to be CEO.
Right.
I don't care about that.
Fuck that CEO company.
I don't care about that. Y'all really don't know how I
shit.
think. Do you want to read these, Steph?
No, yeah.
We can do
had-
the conclusion.
Yeah, we had enough of him.
In the end, it's your actions, how you respond to circumstance that reveals your character. Is your
Facts. That's a fact.
few personality types are as passionate and mysterious as advocates. As someone with this personality type, your imagination and empathy make you someone who cherishes their integrity and deeply held principles. Unlike many other idealistic types, however, you are also capable of turning those ideas into plans, executing them.
Hey man, this dude right here sounds alright.
It sounds like a nice dude.
That's what I'm just saying. He sounds like a good friend. Would you guys say?
I'm not gonna read all that.
Huh?
Yeah, but we got to see the other one.
What do you mean the other one?
Our academy provides. Oh, that's their selling
I know,
pitch. I almost read their pitch.
Right.
Here we go. Hold on.
No, what do you mean?
You want to read all this?
I'm done with him.
Oh, okay, my bad,
I've been
my bad.
done with him a long time ago.
Yeah, we can get off him.
React, brother. What do you think? Is it what does that make you think about yourself?
What
Here's
make me
your,
think about myself.
Here's your percentages.
I don't care about him.
Well, we're not talking about you right
Right, we don't care about you.
now, man.
What did that thing just tell you?
Advocate. You were 56% introverted.
No, where is that?
Up here.
Yeah.
60% intuitive. 69% feeling overthinking. 68% judging.
We could.
51% turbulent over assertive. You're not very assertive unless you need to be.
Yeah.
You're more, I don't care.
I'd say I did a pretty good job. I'd say I'm a 1%er.
That's gonna say that literally about
One, not yours.
What do you think? What do you think about hunters? Advocate. What is an advocate? Like, what is an advocate?
An advocate is like when I hear advocating for somebody, it's kind of like I'm repping for somebody. I'm like
Yeah.
advocating. I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck. Just look at the definition real quick.
Well,
Right.
being an advocate means you,
I hate when I do this. What you about to say?
being an advocate would be using your credibility to
Place supports
place value on others.
publicly recommends support. I've always supported my friends. Support your friends, guys. Be an advocate.
Like I just said, using your credibility to support others.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think you said that, but
That's
yeah.
literally what I just said.
Come on, mediator boy.
Where are you at?
Right there, up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are part of the same family.
Ah.
Y'all are in the same family
Of course
group.
we are.
Mediator. Mediator personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good in even the worst of people and events,
That's bullshit.
searching for ways to make things better. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, mediators have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising just 4% of the population,
Yeah, see, you're 4, I'm 1. Always remember that.
the risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the mediator personality type. But when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony they feel will be a fountain of joy and inspiration.
But when they feel like,
But when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony they feel will be a fountain of joy and
do
inspiration.
you feel a fountain of joy when you're around me?
No.
Yeah, he feels a fountain of joy on doing the podcast. This is
Man.
a fountain of joy.
This is
A
an
big old
inspiration.
fountain.
Inspiration.
Y'all are so dumb.
Being a part of the diplomat role group, that's what both of y'all are part of. Y'all both are diplomats. Mediators
What's
are
a fucking
guided
diplomat?
by their principles rather than by their logic. That's very true.
Told y'all.
Don't say I told you. I'm
I
put your
literally told y'all.
Shut up, 4%.
excitement or practically. Oh, I'm sorry. I broke that up. Rather than logic, excitement, or practicality. When deciding how to move forward, they will look to honor, beauty, and morality and virtue. Mediators are led by the purity of their intent, not rewards and punishments. People who share the mediator personality type are proud of this quality, and rightly so. But not everyone understands the drive behind these feelings, and it can lead to isolation. Here's your quote for J.R.R. Tolkien. Isn't that that's the who the Tolkien books? Who is that?
I don't know.
The Lightning Thief, I think, or something like that.
Never heard of it.
Anyway, all that gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost.
That is me to a 10.
Get real.
Break that down, because that's a little too poetic. for
Okay,
my
so
understanding.
everybody knows what all that gold does not glitter, right?
Right.
I always look for.
You always see behind the what? Okay, but what's really behind
Right.
the curtain?
Not all those that wonder are lost. Sometimes it's being a mediator and trying to figure out, okay, this person is wondering, but they're really not lost.
Right, just because you ask questions doesn't mean that you're confused.
And then the ode that is strong does not wither. I don't know what that means. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. That means you got to go deeper. That's what that means.
To get to your isolated ass.
Sometimes you got to go deeper.
Hold on, what? I want to hear what the old that is strong does not wither.
The old that is strong. So old and wise. If you're old, wise, and strong, you won't wither. Pretty much
Is it
what they're
saying the old that is strong does not wither? Is that what I believe?
Yeah. Well, the key in that is strong, because some people are old but not strong. The old, so it's implying that he is old, that he's
I would
strong.
agree. Yeah, that's true. Like that means like
Stand your ground.
Yeah.
The old who has his principles will not wither.
right.
Like them old stubborn men who don't change.
Man.
Wow, am I that old stubborn man?
You really are the old stubborn man.
Yeah.
You will be that old stubborn man.
I got it. Don't get me up.
That and just
Now we
imagine,
talked about it.
imagine, like you can't tell Stephen now. Imagine him being
Right.
70 and like someone younger, like trying to tell him anything
Anything?
about anything.
I hate myself.
Yeah, you're the worst.
At their best, these qualities enable mediators to communicate deeply with others, easily speaking in metaphors and parables, and understanding and creating symbols to share their ideas. That's you. Fantasy worlds, in particular, fascinate mediators more than any other personality type. The strength of their visionary communication style lends itself well to creative works, and it comes as no surprise that many famous mediators are poets, writers,
Now, what do you know about that?
About what?
understanding themselves in their place.
I said about what? I hate a hater. I fucking hate a hater. You are a hater. What do you mean? Give me my just due. I'm a poet. I'm a writer. I'm an actor.
You do right.
I tend to live in fantasy worlds.
Understanding themselves and their place in the world is important to mediators, and they explore these ideas by projecting themselves into their work. That you're passionate about, yeah.
Yeah.
Mediators have a talent for self-expression, revealing their beauty and their secrets through metaphors and fictional characters. You always compare yourself to Rick Sanchez.
That's because he wants to be Rick.
Let's see. You want to go here? He said, Mediators' ability with language does not stop with their native tongue, either as with most people who share the diplomat personality types.
Mm-mm.
Stop? Or
No, I'm saying
Oh.
I hate when they keep throwing me in that
In the
group. They didn't
diplomat?
throw him in that group, so that pisses me off.
Because I'm 1%. That's why 1% don't got
They are
to
considered gifted when it comes to learning a second or third language. Which one do you know?
Right. Get real.
Their gift for communication also lends itself well to mediators' desire for harmony, a recurring theme with diplomats, and help them to move forward as they find their calling. Unlike their extroverted cousins, though, I want to know who that is. Mediators will focus their attention on just a few people, a single worthy cause. Spread too thinly, they'll run out of energy and even become dejected and overwhelmed by all the bad in the world, what they can't fix. This is a sad sight for mediators' friends, who will come to depend on their rosy outlook. If they are not careful, mediators can lose themselves in their quest for good and neglect the day-to-day upkeep that life demands. Mediators often drift into deep thought, enjoying contemplating the hypothetical and the philosophical more than any other personality type. Left unchecked, mediators may start to lose touch, withdrawing into hermit mode, and it can take a great deal of energy from their friends or partner to bring them back to the real world.
This is so spot on.
Did it break you down? Luckily, like the flowers in spring, mediators' affection, creativity, and altruism and idealism will always come back, rewarding them and those they love, perhaps not with logic and utility, but with a worldview that inspires compassion, kindness, and beauty wherever they go. What do you think, brother?
That whole
That's
thing.
you too. That was you way more than it was Hunter's.
Oh my God.
Left unchecked, mediators may start to lose touch, withdrawing into hermit mode. I'm weak as fuck.
You're always there to check me.
Why do you think that is how you are?
Right, so now
which part?
read that.
Yeah,
And it can take great deal of energy from their friends to bring them back to the real world. So that's literally me using my energy trying to reel you back in to the real world.
Right, but what it's saying is that I give myself to so many people that I need that energy sometimes manifested back into me because I'm worn out. That's what it said.
Right.
Yeah, but that's
You just shut down and say, I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I've been giving myself away. Strengths and weaknesses. All right, here's your strength. Idealistic,
yes.
Seek and value harmony, open-minded and flexible, very creative, passionate and energetic, dedicated and hardworking.
Okay, but let's
your
read
strengths.
You know,
We can go back
Yeah,
over.
let's read some of these. Good.
Mediators, friends, and loved ones will come to admire and depend on them for their optimism.
Wrong. That's the most wrong that
If I was never calling you when I needed some optimism.
Man, he's the last person to get called.
Their unshaken belief that all people are inherently good,
Wrong.
perhaps simply misunderstood, lends itself to an incredibly resilient attitude in the face of hardship.
That's me. Get real.
You're not.
I'll be believing.
I mean, you're
everybody-
idealistic for sure. You're very idealistic, but not.
And I'll be thinking that people, I'm not optimistic, but I'll be thinking that people are just misunderstood.
Yeah.
I always try to find the good in people. I always feel sorry.
Not always. To people who you want to.
Seek value and harmony. People with the mediator personality type have no interest in having power over others and don't much care for domineering attitudes at all. They prefer a more democratic approach and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard.
Wrong.
Open-minded and flexible. We just called you the most stubborn man in the world.
That's right.
A live and let live attitude comes naturally to mediators, and they dislike being constrained by rules. Mediators give the benefit of the doubt too, and as long as their principles and ideas are not being challenged, they'll support others' right. They'll support others' right to do what they think is right. I agree with that. Mediators very creative. Mediators combine their visionary nature with their open-mindedness to allow them to see things from an unconventional perspectives. Being able to connect many far-flung dots into a single theme, it's no wonder that many mediators are celebrated poets and authors. Passionate and energetic. When something captures mediators' imagination and speaks to their beliefs, they go all in, dedicating their time and energy. Thoughts, and emotions to their project. Their shyness keeps them from the podium, but they are the first to lend a helping hand where it's needed. I'll give you that. Dedicated and hardworking, while others focus on the challenges of the moment that may give up. While others focusing on the challenges of the moment may give up when the going gets tough. Mediators, especially assertive ones, have the benefit of their far-reaching vision to help them through. Knowing that what they are doing is meaningful gives. Oh my God, I can't read. Knowing that what they are doing is meaningful gives people with this personality type a sense of purpose and even courage when it comes to accomplishing something they believe in.
I don't know any of that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Let's get to your weaknesses. Too idealistic, too altruistic. They can just put two for everything.
Right.
Like what?
That's true, though.
Impractical, dislike dealing with data,
That's very true.
take things personally, difficult to get to know.
Let's read some of them. We don't got to read all of them. Okay, start with the first one.
Mediators often take their idealism too far, setting themselves up for disappointment as again and again evil things happen in the world. Yes.
He's getting duped by
This
K-Dot in the
is,
group.
right, by everybody. This is true on a personal level too, as mediators may not just idolize their partners, but idolize them, forgetting that
No,
one is
not
perfect.
idolize.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
you was right when you
idealize
said- yeah.
their partners, but not idolize them.
Hold on, let me think about that. As mediators may not just
Idealize, not
their
idolize, idealize their
but
partners.
Idolize them.
Idolize.
Wow, I do that.
Yeah. Forgetting that no one is perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's why you have a hard time with not treating artists like action figures. Like you forget that they're people.
Right.
And because they're because they're such big idols in your head, it's like,
Wow, I'm crazy.
Scroll down a little bit.
I don't know what altruistic means.
Me neither.
What is that?
Mediators sometimes see themselves as selfish, but only because they want to give so much more than they are able to. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as they try to push themselves to commit to a chosen cause or person, forgetting to take care of the needs of others in their lives, and especially themselves.
Impractical.
This is crazy.
When something captures mediators' imagination, they can neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures.
Yeah. I ain't cleaned the house since I've lived here.
Sometimes people with the mediator personality type will take this asceticism so far as to neglect eating and drinking as they pursue their passion or cause.
Man, that's all you do is eat.
We're not going to do dislike dealing with data. That's what.
Take things
Yeah,
personally.
that's low-key a good one, though.
Dislike dealing with data. Mediators are often so focused on the big picture that they forget the forest is made of individual trees.
Ooh, okay. Who wrote
Bar.
that?
That's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. Mediators are in tune with emotions and morality. And when the facts and data contradict their ideals, it can be a real challenge for them.
That's so true. So,
Yep. I'll tell you facts all day long.
broke
You
you
don't
down.
believe them.
They broke you down. Difficult to get to know. Mediators are private, reserved, and self-conscious. This makes them notoriously difficult to really get to know. And their need for these qualities contributes to the guilt they often feel for not giving more of themselves to those they care about. You just skipped mad things. I'm curious about your romantic relationships.
I see about this.
Mediators are dreamy idealists, and the pursuit of their perfect relationship, this quality shows strongest. Never short on imagination, mediators dream of the perfect relationship, forming an image of this pedestaled ideal that is their soulmate, playing and replaying scenarios in their heads of how things will be. This is a role that no person can hope to fill, and people with the mediator personality type need to recognize that nobody's perfect, and that relationships just don't magically fall into place. They take compromise, understanding, and effort.
Facts.
Whistles.
No, we want friendships. Friendships and then yours, Shane.
I want to see his quote. Why don't he have any quotes?
Yeah, because you're
I'm
not.
not a quote man.
Yeah.
Man,
There it is.
what is it?
Quote. That was like.
Mediators share a sense of belief in ideal that two people can come together and make things blah, whatever. Like, I'm not done reading that.
Friendships.
The true friends of people with the mediator personality type tend to be few and far between, but those that make the cut are often friends for life.
Bullshit.
The challenge is the many dualities that this type harbors when it comes to being sociable. Mediators crave the depth of mutual human understanding, but tire easily in social situations. They are excellent at reading into others' feelings and motivations, but are often unwilling to provide others the same insight into themselves. That's you. It's as though mediators like the idea of human contact, but not the reality of social contact.
Man, fuck.
I don't know if I believe.
They're fucking me up.
I don't know if
I believe that about Stephen.
Not the first half.
He's very good at finding out who someone is, but it's hard to find out who Stephen is.
What was the first part?
True friends of people with the mediator person. The first part is about us being his friend.
Yeah, well, but those that make the cut.
The
are
challenge for
friends
us
for life.
is the many dualities.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
That make the cut?
I don't know what making the cut means, but I know that.
Stephen has people that made the cut, and he has people that are his friends.
I
but didn't make
don't
the cut.
have real friends that I haven't had a long friendship with.
Huh? Is that one more
I
time?
haven't had like a real friend that I didn't have a long tenured friendship with.
Okay, so other than our friendship, who?
Fee.
Fee.
Me and Shane will be good friends for a long
but
time.
but even to your point, it doesn't talk about the quantity.
But we
It
don't know
said-
that though, because I mean, I'm just saying. I
But
assume
even
so.
that, to
I'm
your
saying,
point,
but there's other situations.
It's not talking about the quantity.
Andre don't count.
Not even him.
It's not
Who?
talking about the quantity. It's talking about the people that made
Oh,
the cut.
wow.
Maybe them people didn't make the cut. Maybe you're the only one that's made the cut.
Right. Yeah, it's talking about the people that make the cut. He didn't make the cut.
And various other people that you may have named.
But at one point in time, you would thought he made the cut. Is what I was. That's kind of.
No, because
Not
when they
really.
make the cut, they make the cut. You can't say who made the cut while it's, it's
Well, once
still
you
going
make a team,
on.
you don't. You
right.
Not really.
That's funny.
It's under
We'll
always
skip ahead a
stumped.
little bit
So
because they're. I mean, you're already jabbed up.
Hold on. Go up.
My bad.
How poor are they? Hold on.
Go ahead.
How poor are they?
That have not paid. How poor are they that have not patience? I don't know what that means. I hate Shakespeare quotes.
I know.
Like that.
In a lot of
Why are you
ways, this
speaking
limits the potential pool of friends to other types in their diplomat road group, who are able to pick up on the subtle clues left by their mediator friends, and who are more likely. It's hard
Oh,
reading.
my bad. Yeah, I got glare. That's what.
Than not to enjoy something of the human enigma. A friendship with the turbulent executive, on the other hand, governed by social conventions and community. What are they talking about? Participations as they are would almost be non-sequitur.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sequitur.
Through mediators may find the idea of being paired with their opposite fascinating enough to outweigh the practical challenges to such a friendship.
Yeah,
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't
we're
know
done
any
with
of
that.
that. Well, let's get your concluding statement.
Yeah,
Mediators will always need to disappear.
that ain't my conclusion. That is
No, I mean your concluding statement to your friends. Mediators will always need to disappear for a while, removing themselves from others so that they can recenter on their own minds and feelings. Often enough, people with the mediator personality type will emerge from this time alone, having come to some momentous decision that even their closest friends didn't know was weighing on them, evading even the option of receiving the sort of support and advice they so readily give. Such is mediator's way, for better or for worse.
Wow. Don't be mad because mine is right on. Don't be mad.
Conclusion.
That mine is good.
Yours was good.
Few
I thought mine was well, go ahead.
Yeah, yours was good. Few personality types are as poetic and kind-hearted as mediators. Their altruism and vivid imagination allows mediators to overcome many challenging obstacles, more often than not, brightening the lives of those around them. Mediators' creativity is invaluable in many areas, including their own personal growth. Yet mediators can be easily tipped up in areas where idealism and altruism are more of a liability than an asset, whether it is finding or keeping a partner, making friends, reaching dazzling heights on the career ladder, or planning for the future. Mediators need to put in a conscious effort to develop their weaker traits and additional skills. Who doesn't? What you have read just far is just an introduction. Yeah, this is their sales pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine was dead on. So there's that.
Yeah, yours was dead on. There's a thing at the bottom. Oh, here it is. We gotta go back to yours. It shows you who
Mediators,
famous mediators.
William
Shakespeare.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys. I don't know.
that.
Tom Hiddleston. That's Tom Hiddleston is.
No, we don't.
No, but this is gonna drive me crazy.
He's an actor.
Yeah, he plays in. Oh yeah.
I don't care about him.
He's Loki.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
funny.
Loki.
So you're a Loki. Okay,
You're
get
Loki,
real.
right?
Okay, more people.
Julia Roberts.
Get real.
William,
Yeah.
I don't know who William Wordsworth
He
is.
was
Johnny
the
Depp.
author.
Johnny Depp.
You're
That's
Johnny
why.
Depp top. We don't know any of them.
Yeah. Now go back to mine because
Yeah,
I bet
we'll go
I have
yours,
good
we'll go
people.
yours.
Because I'm a 1%er.
Y'all always just skip through me.
Did you see yours or not?
Yes, we did.
Y'all
Man.
spent-
No, we didn't skip through him. We just spent just an hour on his.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela.
Mother Teresa. You
That's
are
what
Mother
I'm saying.
Teresa.
That's
you
what I'm
are
saying.
Mother Teresa type. Lady Gaga.
No.
Nicole Kidman. Morgan
John Snow.
Freeman,
What the fuck? We mean John Snow. I don't like that show.
Morgan Freeman.
Right, don't be mad, Morgan Freeman.
Lord of the Rings. That's your bag.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
Don't ever disrespect.
But those first
Michael fucking
Scofield?
Schofield.
Matthew Murdoch.
Yeah, but some of like that Martin Luther King, you're not like get real.
He doesn't have
that
a dream,
pisses me off.
Comparing myself to Martin Luther King is
And
nuts.
Nelson Mandela, for real.
but he doesn't have dreams. He doesn't have dreams.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
It was crazy.
Go on.
It is funny though that y'all are in the same group. It says
But we are.
intuitive
Me and
and
Hunter-
feeling
me and-
personality types known for their empathy, diplomatic skills, and passionate idealism.
Me and Hunter are more like than we're not. In ways.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't know about that. I think we're alike a lot, but I don't know if we're more alike.
We're more like than we're not.
I mean, I guess if you broke everything down. What are you looking up?
So don't be mad that me and
All
Hunter.
yours?
I'm gonna go to mine.
Right, don't be mad that me and
I'm
Hunter's in
gonna
the same
lie
family.
and pick
I
one.
hate when you do this.
Well,
I
'cause
don't
I know
care
how
about your
y'all
emails.
are. There it is. Your test results are in.
What are you?
Oh, we didn't go to.
I know. That's what I'm
My bad,
saying.
brother. Mediator. You're 77, or you're 58% introverted.
Told
I
y'all.
wonder what that's compared to.
What do you mean? It's converted to extroverted.
hunters. I know. I want to
56.
compare them side by side to hunters.
So I'm way more intuitive. Thank you.
You mean 2%?
No, that's introverted.
No,
I'm 2 more percent
hunters is-
introverted. I'm 2 more percent introverted. Thank you. I'm 17 more
You're
percent
77%
intuitive.
intuitive.
I'm just more observant.
No, that
Your
means
guys' feeling is almost dead on.
No, I'm just more observant.
no. Mine means. Oh wait, observant. I don't need to be observant. I know what I feel. I feel what I feel.
Yeah, but that's not always a good thing.
You're 65% feeling. Hunter was 69% feeling.
That's bullshit, but whatever.
Judging, you're on the complete opposite scale of judging. You're
Thank you.
53% prospecting.
Get the fuck real.
Whereas Hunter,
Get the fuck
I
real.
told you, I'm really
Get the fuck real. You over there lying on them questions, bro. That's what the fuck that is. Stop lying on them damn questions.
That's the one that pisses you off.
Get real.
How am I judging?
What was the last one? Stop.
he's 57.
Don't be Maul.
He's 57% assertive. You were on the opposite side of that, 51% turbulent. So complete.
Yeah, grow some. Like, grow up, Bear. Get the fuck real.
what?
Like, I hate you niggas. Get real. Put your foot down. Tell it how it is. God damn.
Stop. Do it then.
Turbulent.
Do it. Do it.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
Now,
so-
Saints.
That is hilarious.
yeah, but don't be mad at me and Hunter's in the same
I
family.
know, it's whack that y'all in the same friend group.
You're the commander.
The commander.
That's true. You are our leader.
It says, I don't know about all of that, but
up,
explorers.
Wait.
Wait, what? Where's commander?
Up there.
Analyst.
You're an analyst.
That's a fact,
That is
too.
you,
Oh.
bitch.
You could
Personality
never,
types.
you
known,
could never be a diplomat.
Right.
known for their
Look at you,
rationality,
brown ass boy.
impartiality, and intellectual excellence.
Facts. Black excellence.
Black excellence. Come
Yeah.
on.
Your
Who is
time,
that?
Hold on, go down. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the result of other people's thinking. Facts. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Facts. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Facts.
Steve Jobs.
So you're Steve Jobs, get
A
real.
goat.
So
A
you're
goat.
So you're a natural born leader, Shane. People with this personality type embody the gifts of charisma and confidence and project authority in a way that draws crowds together behind a common goal. However, commanders are also characterized by an often ruthless level of rationality, using their drive, determination, and sharp minds to achieve whatever end they've set for themselves. Perhaps it is best that they make up only 3% of the population, get real.
Wow.
Lest they
I beat you.
lest they overwhelm the more timid and sensitive personality types that make up much of the rest of the world. But we have commanders to thank for many of the businesses and intuitions we take for granted every day. That is going. You are such a visionary. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement. Is that not you?
That's very true.
If there's anything commanders love, it's a good challenge, big or small, and they firmly believe that given enough time and resources, they can achieve any goal. This quality makes people with the commander personality type brilliant entrepreneurs, and their ability to think strategically, and hold a long-term focus while executing each step of their plans with determination and precision makes them powerful business leaders.
Facts.
This determination is often a self-fulfilling prophecy. As commanders push their goals through with sheer willpower where others might give up and move on, and their extroverted nature means that they are likely to push everyone else right along them. Okay, Michael Jordan. Achieving spectacular results in the process. This is so far 100.
Mm-hmm.
At the negotiating table, be it in a corporate environment or buying a car, commanders are dominant, relentless, and unforgiving. This isn't because they are cold-hearted
Getting
or
a credit
vicious per
card.
se. It's more the commander personalities genuinely enjoy the challenge, the battle of wits, the repartee that comes from this environment. And if the other side can't keep up, that's no reason for the commander to fold on their own core tenet of ultimate victory.
Facts.
That is you, dog.
The underlying thought running through the commander mind might be something like, I don't care if you call me an insensitive
Bastards.
Bastard. As long as I remain an efficient bastard. What? That's not a good quote.
That's not a good quote at all. Who was that? They didn't even put his name on there.
If there's anyone commanders respect, it's someone who's able to stand up to them intellectually. Interesting, Shane. Who is able to act with a precision and quality equal to their own. Commander personalities have a particular skill in recognizing the talents of others, and yeah, that's what pisses me off about you. And this helps in both their. It does. You swear you see the talent in everybody. Their team building efforts, since no one, no matter how brilliant, can do everything alone. And to keep commanders from displaying too much arrogance and condescension, however, they also have a particular skill in calling out other failures with a chilling degree of insensitivity. And this is where commanders really start to run into trouble.
Wow.
I can say so far, these did a pretty good at explaining all of us.
Cultivating science.
It's kind of
okay. We need to find a good one. This is way too deep about you. Like this is way too. Commanders are true powerhouses, and they cultivate an image of being larger than life, and often enough they are. They need to remember though that their stature comes not just from their own actions, but from the actions of a team that props them up, and that it's importance to recognize the contributions, talents, and needs, especially from an emotional perspective, of the support network. Even if they adopt a fake it till you make it mentality, if commanders are able to combine an emotionally healthy focus alongside their many strengths, they will be rewarded with deep, satisfying relationships and all the challenging victories that they can have.
And you know what's crazy is about that last statement? That's something that me and people that I respect have sat down and talked about multiple times. Like, you need to work on this. You need to work on not coming off so arrogant.
Right.
And when you said that earlier about, that's something that I've learned how to do, adapt. Give compliments before I say something.
Oh.
Because what that did for me is it takes the guard down.
Right.
Because I already know I can be so not arrogant. I can be so strong with my opinion and how I say stuff that I have to first
give a compliment to let everybody's guard down.
To let the room realize, like, at least even if I'm faking it till I make it, you're hearing what I have to say.
And I know.
That's literally something that I've had to learn how to do.
Well, nice. Let's get to your strengths and weaknesses.
You said, well, nice.
Efficient. Commanders see inefficiency not just as a problem in its own right, but as something that pulls time and energy away from all their future goals. An elaborate sabotage consistent of irrationality and laziness. People with the commander personality type will root out such behavior wherever they go. Get rid of it. Energetic. Rather than finding this process taxing, commanders are energized by it, genuinely enjoying leading their teams forward as they implement their plans and goals.
Facts. You heard it here first.
Self-confident.
Too much energy.
Self-confident. Commanders couldn't do this if they weren't plagued by self-doubt. They trust their abilities, make known their opinions, and believe in their capacities as leaders.
Facts.
Strong-willed. Nor do they... he's going to get the same comparisons like Kobe Bryant, and that's going to piss me off. Because that's bullshit, because that's me. Nor do... That really is. Like, some of these are me. So
that's 4%.
1, 3, 4.
Right.
Nor do they give up when the going gets tough. Commander personalities strive to achieve their goals, but really nothing is quite as satisfying to them as rising to the challenge of each obstacle in their run to the finish line.
I did work at finish line.
Strategic thinkers.
Hey, these are really correct, but that's crazy.
Commanders exemplify the difference between moment-to-moment crisis management and navigating the challenges and steps of a bigger plan, and are known for examining every angle of a problem and not just resolving momentary issues, but moving the whole project forward with their solutions. So we're not going to fix little, small, minor things. Let's fix the whole thing. Charismatic and inspiring. These qualities combine to create individuals who are able to inspire and invigorate others who actually want to be their leaders, and this in turn helps commanders to accomplish their often ambitious goals that could never be finished alone. Commanders' weaknesses.
Here we go.
That's where I get you.
This is really
stubborn and dominant, intolerant, impatient, arrogant. Keep going. Poor handling of emotions.
Yeah,
Keep going. Cold and ruthless.
I can't hide my emotions. You said last podcast, I heard it.
Stubborn.
You can't hide something that's on you. Like,
yeah, you can't.
I can't hide it. I suck that.
Sometimes all this confidence and willpower can go too far, and commanders are all too capable of digging in their heels, trying to win every single debate and pushing their vision and theirs alone.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't either. You're not really that.
But that's also something that I've learned. So these aren't
Right, by
nature.
That's how you
I know for a
was.
fact that's something that I've had to learn to take the back seat on.
Intolerant. It's my way or the highway. People with a commander personality type are notoriously unsupportive of any idea that distracts from the primary goals, and even more so of ideas based on emotional considerations. Commanders won't hesitate a second to make that fact clear to those around them. I'd kind of say you're like that in the big picture, not small picture. Like if it's an idea, you're open to let's do that. But like as a big picture of yourself,
Right, but get to impatient because that's what he is.
Impatient. Some people need more time to think than others. An intolerable delay to quick thinking commanders. They may misinterpret contemplation as stupidity or disinterest in their haste.
Literally,
a terrible mistake for a leader to make.
What it say? Some people need more time to think than others.
But it also said a terrible mistake for a leader.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's telling me some people need more time to think than others, and that's how I'm always like,
come on,
let's do it.
That's really anytime I hear that noise, that's you always do.
Right.
That means come on now.
He said, and when he calls today, I didn't even know. I clicked on our group chat, and in all caps, it was like, pick up the fucking phone. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, and I call him. He's like, hey. I'm like, what? What the fuck?
I know when it's your turn. Like, nigga, when we're trying to get a hold of you.
Arrogant. Commander personalities respect quick thoughts and firm convictions, their own qualities, and look down on those who don't match up. This relationship is a challenge for most other personality types who are perhaps not timid in their own right, but will seem so besides overbearing commanders. I'd say you're arrogant.
I tiptoe the line.
Yeah.
It's something I'm conscious about.
Poor handling of emotions. All this bluster alongside the assumed supremacy of rationalism makes commanders distant from their own emotional expression and sometimes downright scornful of others. People with this personality type often trample other feelings, inadvertently hurting their partners and friends, especially in emotionally charged situations.
Oh, sorry guys.
Wait.
Have I hurt your feelings?
Have you ever hurt my feelings?
You ain't never hurt my feelings, bitch. Y'all do trample over my feelings, yo. Y'all hurt them.
Have I ever hurt your feelings?
You're like a floor mat, a rug mat? Doormat, that's the word.
Yeah, that sounds like something my mom would say. You hurt my feelings.
Have y'all ever hurt my feelings? Yeah, y'all have.
For real?
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You might, them times where I looked at you crazy, where you thought something where I didn't thank you, that's hurt my feelings a few times.
Dang, for real?
There's been a few times like that where like, I was asking like, for real, you for real thought I would do that, or like you.
Yeah, and it don't be like I'm hurt. It's just like, y'all really got me.
Yeah, it's not
okay.
But I be thinking like, there's no way he really thinks like they think I would do like. I be thinking like, damn, that's crazy. Like, that's happened definitely.
Huh.
Yeah, y'all hurt my feelings.
No, I don't know when.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after.
On
Okay?
camera.
No, it'll be on camera.
Okay,
but after you're done.
I got you.
Yeah.
Cold and ruthless.
I don't like that.
Their
This
obsession.
is bullshit. This is
Their
bullshit.
obsession with efficiency and unwavering belief in the merits of rationalism, especially professionally, makes commanders incredibly insensitive in pursuing their goals, dismissing personal circumstances, sensitivities, and preferences as irrational and irrelevant. And that's a fact. He don't give a fuck if you got a migraine.
That's true.
Well, go ahead.
Y'all want to finish this, or do I want to blurt out when y'all hurt my feelings?
We'll do it in a minute.
As in other areas of their lives, commanders approach dating and relationships with a set of goals and plan to achieve them, and proceed to do so with impressive energy and enthusiasm. People with the commander personality type are in it to win, and will gladly take leading roles in relationships from the start, assuming personal responsibility for how smoothly things go and working actively to ensure a mutually rewarding experience. Romantic relationships are a serious business, and commanders are in it for the long haul.
This isn't a fair question, right? I mean, this isn't a fair interpretation right now.
How? Why not? He said, I don't know.
I'd say it is so far.
Man, I say that.
We cannot succeed unless when we choose to do logic. This sense of personal responsibility means that commanders put a lot of energy into their relationships, and they show their creativity by always having something new on the agenda to keep things interesting, especially in the dating phase. At the same time, though, commander personalities keep their eyes on the long term, and if they determine that a relationship is heading toward the dead end, they will cut their losses and move on in what will seem their partner as an erupt into the tension they had been receiving.
Wow. Wow. Is all we're going
This
to say.
occasional ruthlessness with personal relationships is Commander's primary weakness, and if they aren't careful, they can develop quite the reputation. Sensing others' feelings and emotions will never be a comfortable skill for Commanders, but it is critical that they work consciously to develop it, both for their partner's sake and for their own healthy emotional expression. If they don't, they risk dominating and overruling their partners, and this insensitivity can easily break their relationships, especially early on. I can definitely see that. You gonna read all this?
Nah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
I
No,
got
no.
No, go to friendships.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what
get
I'm saying.
real. Yeah, let's get to the good stuff.
Right. Why don't I have any quotes?
Man.
You had all the quotes,
Man.
quote man.
As in most aspects of their lives, in friendship, commanders seek personal growth and inspiration, and they often have a plan for how to accomplish it. Friendships of circumstance built on things like shared routines are not commanders' preferred method. Rather, they pursue their friends, seek out individuals who share their passion for deep, meaningful discussions, and who enjoy learning and development as much as they do. It is not always easy to be commanders' friends. They demand a lot from these relationships, but they pay a great deal of attention to their friendships, and it is unlikely that it will ever feel stagnant. Commanders' friendships are built on ideas, and a lot of what they find enjoyable is the repartee.
Repartee. I had to look that word up.
Repartee of putting thoughts forward and defending them from assault from every angle. People with the commander personality type are very smart and highly critical, and they won't back down if they are put on the defensive. In fact, there's no better way to earn their respect. It's not easy to stand up to a personality as big and blustery as commanders, and they too often find that others crumple under the force they apply when they really start to enjoy themselves.
Go to Prisoner of Their Own Mind. We ain't got time for all this.
Yeah. Prisoner of our. What did it say? Prisoner of my mind?
Of your own mind.
Prisoners of our own minds. More enlightened commanders recognize that if ever there was an area where they could learn from others and improve themselves, it is in the realm of emotional sensitivity. To dismiss any aspect of personal growth borders on hypocrisy, wow. Friendships with people from the diplomat type group can be especially rewarding for commanders, as the shared intuitive trait fosters as an instantaneous
My
connection
brothers.
that can bridge the
Wait,
chasm.
My
What
brothers.
did
You didn't see that?
Wait, no. Hold on, I'm hot.
Run it back.
Friendships with people from the diplomat type group can be especially rewarding for commanders, as the shared intuitive trait fosters an instantaneous connection that can bridge the chasm between their uninhabited logic and the recognition that cooperation and conciliation can often accomplish more than the logic ever could alone.
What? Wow.
Wow, that is kind of crazy as fuck. Still, the bulk of commanders' friends will likely fall into the analyst category, as all of these types share the same passion for logical, far-reaching ideas and critical debate. Anyone who can match commanders' ability to brainstorm and theorize will find an honest and dedicated friend.
Conclusion.
Anyone who can't or won't, as with many more down-to-earth types who often question the point of such discussions, will find himself ignored. Perhaps a situation that is best for everyone.
Wow.
That's crazy, man. This is all kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, not yours, though.
You're just a hating ass bitch.
No, for real. Yours was really off.
It's just because he's so gray. It's hard to find, and I mean that on like a your thing was very broad, but you're a broad person.
Yeah, but
In your ideal.
yeah,
ideas and
but
stuff.
Don't be mad.
well, I'm not mad. I read it and it was, to me.
Yours was
very
his was accurate to me.
All right, but let's
His
talk about
stuff
mine.
is just broad. His things are generalized.
What's it say? Conclusion. Armed with a powerful intellect and strategic thinking, commanders can overcome or outmaneuver obstacles that seem unbeatable to most. At the same time, their many quirks, such as often unconstrained rationalism, lead to many misunderstandings. Those misunderstandings end here. What you have read so far, just an introduction. We have that's it.
That's their sales pitch. They're
Yeah,
trying to
we're
get you-
done with y'all.
Right.
16
They almost get you every time.
Right,
Yeah.
so how do you find your people?
Oh,
that you
yeah,
like?
go
Right
Yeah.
here. It's in the
Right,
introduction.
but I'm thirsty.
Man.
And this podcast was brought to you by 16
I said,
Right,
Personalities.
right.
Steve
Gordon
Jobs.
Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
My way or the highway.
Jim Carrey, that's swag.
Yeah, bro.
Whoopi Goldberg, you are a Whoopi Goldberg type.
That's dumb.
Nah, I think about it.
Harrison Ford, Malcolm X. Okay, so I'm
Facts.
Malcolm, you're Malcolm X.
Facts.
I mean,
Who was I?
you was Alicia Keys, boy.
I hate
Doctor Strange.
Facts.
Get real. Tony Soprano, you can never be. You can never be. David Palmer, Malcolm Maryland, Mary Tabbitt. Okay, and that's it. Like, get real. Raymond Rayton, you could never
Raymond
be.
Reddington?
He could never be. Hey, Stephen, get real. In this podcast, and I'll wrap it
I'm
up.
so-
If he thinks he's Raymond Reddington,
Oh, that's bullshit. I got dumb people like Alicia Keys.
Hey, that is funny.
because you know why? 4%er.
No, I'm really not happy about that. So
Nah, that is crazy.
I'm gonna go to my
percentages.
yeah. Move.
All right, what the fuck? There's no way tomorrow's Friday.
All right, I am 67% extroverted. Where are y'all's at? Small.
That's fine. Just
67% extroverted. Wow, I made it too small. Now I can't see it. 69% intuitive.
65% thinking.
63% judging. I'm over there with you, brother.
Facts.
And 69% assertive.
get real.
Facts.
Get real. Get real. So, what'd you think, brethrens?
I think it's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
The fact that it said that my most common friend group.
It took.
It's
It has
diplomats.
taken us 60-odd podcasts to try to get across to each other what we've done in one podcast today. All we had to do is do this the whole time.
Literally. That's very true.
The only reason why we've been yelling at you guys and yelling at each other for the last 60 episodes is because we've been trying to explain this to each other.
And it just broke us down in 59 minutes where it took us
59
59 podcasts.
Hunter's still fucked
Hunter
up.
looks stumped.
No, I'm trying. Do you believe in human growth?
Yeah. What?
Like,
sure.
do you truly believe in human development?
What do you mean?
As in people developing?
Yeah. Like, what? I can't understand.
Because you're very not. What's the pessimist?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm pessimistic.
Right. So that's kind of a contradiction.
I know. I've always been that.
So because now when I'm reading that and I understand why you're thinking, but I don't really express a lot of my newer views towards y'all.
What does that mean?
So like
Or-
newfound things.
Not newer views, but
Your today interpretation of us as opposed to
right.
a year ago when we started.
What,
Definitely
about,
then.
About us?
Not about y'all, about views I have on certain things. Me reading that and y'all not knowing, and maybe that's kind of how when I be
Wait,
thinking like,
not
damn,
knowing
that's
what?
fucked up.
Right. Stop
So-
shortcutting.
So, like,
Yeah,
how,
finish your sentence.
like I said, sometimes when I was kind of fucked up and I said like, damn, y'all really thought I would do that, and you was like, yeah. Them moments, I think it's because I don't express them, and I think it's because you're so cynical
Oh, I see what you're saying.
that like when I say stuff,
Well, hold on.
I'm just being. This is for real shit. You're so.
We don't say cynical.
You are cynical, especially with like if I say something like that, you're quick to unless we're in like already a good deep conversation. But if I was just to come down here 95% of the time, it would just start saying something, you'd be like, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So unless we're in a deep conversation, and we don't really have deep conversations like a lot of stuff that's why I said when I just read a lot of that survey, most of that was spot on for me. A lot of
I don't even remember what yours are saying.
We're gonna pull back. I think
No.
Hunter's was pretty accurate.
the Nelson Mandela, the helping other people,
The fact that I see that in Hunter. I believe Hunter's whole thing for doing that is
you
because he
think that
likes
I would
to.
just spend $1,000 to become a herbalist?
Hold on. No.
No, I'm asking you.
I don't know.
No, you know, your whole thing just told us that you very seldomly don't know. So what do you know?
Because I can learn that all on my own by myself. I don't need the certificate. Why would you think I would want my certificate and get certified? I already know everything. You know what got me.
He said I already know everything.
No,
That's-
not everything. I'm saying you know why I got into what I got into. That's done. That's been checked off my list. So for me to continue and look into it way more deeper, I'm saying you know why I got really on my
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there.
and that's done. I'm saying for me to actually dive into it 10 times more and get certified, why would you think I would do that?
You don't think that I think there's any personal gain behind what you're doing?
Personal as in what?
I'm saying you think that. I mean, you're basically saying in code that what you're doing is for the better good.
He plans on teaching others.
All right, but I'm saying I believe that there's personal gain behind it.
There's personal gain is me knowing the knowledge as well.
So what do you think the personal gain is?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I know what the personal gain is, but I don't know if the personal gain may be the satisfaction you get of. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that really wouldn't be personal gain.
It
I mean,
is.
that would be personal gain, but that wouldn't be a bad personal gain. You get personal gain from everything you do that you do good. You got the stuff we did yesterday. We got personal gain from it when we got home. It was,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
that in that way you felt good. You did something good. That was a personal gain. You didn't gain anything.
I think. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I still think you're a competitive person. So I think your personal gain would be. I think you want to. I told you. I believe. Maybe I'm wrong because you said about growth. So tell me if I'm off. That your trigger is to prove people that you were right. Or show people you were right.
That's a motivation key. But that's still.
So I'm saying even in that scenario that you're talking about, I think the personal gain that I think you're gaining is to show people that you can fix certain things without certain things.
That is a reason.
Okay, so.
But that's still for the betterment of the people.
I mean, yeah.
I would rather people do it naturally and other than put medicine and stuff like that in their body.
Right, but I'm saying the basis of why you're doing it, you ask why. I don't think you're doing it because that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between.
Do you ever think that I've tried to drive my competitive self within myself instead of other people?
Explain that to me.
I realized a while ago that I'm probably going to be competitive because it's hard to change stuff like that about you. When I've been competitive like that my whole entire life, it's hard to up and change. So instead of...
Like that's something that's rooted.
Right. So instead of trying to change that about me, I've tried to focus on being more competitive with myself, with learning more things, with expanding myself.
Channeling that competitiveness.
So what?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not playing. There's a lot of stuff that I know. Not even in there. I'm talking about like breathing techniques with meditation that I've done, and there's not a space for me to bring it up.
But I'm saying, what is your central point that you're saying all this?
That I try to channel my competitiveness within myself, to learn more, to expand myself, to always compete with myself, as in not knowing enough, as in.
Right, but so what was off? Because I'm confused on what.
Well, you said you said that you me being competitive, I was trying to prove other people wrong, or showing other people I can do it. I'm saying that's not true.
No. Even when you compete with yourself, you're competing with yourself. It's still a reflection.
Pretty much what you're saying is his overall point of what he's doing isn't very Nelson Mandela-ish because it's rooted from he's trying to accomplish the same thing, but it's rooted behind something else.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
What he's saying. He's not saying that you're doing it because you have this passion for bettering the world and teaching everybody. To his point, the fact that you're doing that out of competitive drive, whether it is in yourself, is trumps the idea of you being of the Nelson Mandela.
Not the why you're doing it.
I don't think so.
I don't think Nelson Mandela was. I don't know. I don't know.
I think
for sure.
You can have both.
Yeah, but I'm saying I was just saying
I can definitely want the betterment for the world and.
Right, people. But I'm saying I don't know if I think that Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King was like doing it out of competition amongst themselves or other people.
But why does that matter?
Because it matters to the ground.
Yeah, especially when we're psychoanalyzing.
It's not what you're doing; it's why you're doing it.
Yeah. Yes, but guys, I'm saying.
I'm on your side.
Right,
I think his point is
I'm saying is I'm not using that competitive drive as in that way. I'm saying I'm using the competitive energy. Yes, I want.
Right, but that doesn't matter, Michael Jordan.
When you truly think about doing herbalism, or I'm sorry, I don't know what the correct term is. When you truly think about doing that, why are you doing it? Like, why? Honestly, why?
It was knowledge that I found out that I feel like everybody should know.
And Hunter's personality type, not based on this, but me, what I know Hunter, that's true to his character. If he finds something, he wants everybody to know about it. Not even if it's going to help you, but whether even it's from a point of, hey, I learned this, check this out. That's true to Hunter. Music, information, idealisms, like that's Hunter through and through. You don't think? He's not very putting stuff on everybody.
But why is I'm going to keep asking?
You're going to keep
why.
asking why.
I think it's all like a competitive mechanism you have.
What would be competitive about that?
About what? I'll give you an example for each one.
What do you mean?
Give me okay. So you said the herbalist thing, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Again, I believe that the reason why you're doing that is to show other people. I feel like there was a point. I know this to be true. I don't know if this is exactly what makes you tick, but there was a point where you had
Something come about.
something come about. There was a belief within a system, a society, that something couldn't be fixed by doing certain something. Mm-hmm. You fixed it with that certain something. So you, in your competitive mechanism, wants to prove to everybody, because you're competitive.
Or not even to everybody, but prove to the people that don't believe such can be done.
That it can be done. So that's one. Okay, with music, for instance.
But guys, why do y'all?
No, hold
You
on,
keep saying
hold on.
guys.
No,
It's
it's not
okay,
changing
yeah.
the fact of the matter that you're doing. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to answer his question. I'm not questioning. I don't even know what we're arguing about. I'm just
I don't
trying
know what
to.
you're arguing.
I'm saying that everything you're driven by is a competitive mechanism in my brain. Like everything that you do, not everything, but like big picture stuff like that is. No, I'm not saying it's for the betterment of yourself, but in a way it is. Even when you're competing against yourself, you want to be a better you want to be a better version of yourself. So that way. Okay, so if you were a better version of yourself, would you be doing it for the betterment of yourself, or would you be doing it for the betterment of the fact that you're better than somebody?
Huh?
Like you trying to better yourself, you said like there's better versions of yourself, and you compete with yourself now. Why is that?
I realized competing with other people didn't do anything.
Okay, what is competing with yourself doing?
Drive me.
You want to be a better person for what?
Why do I want to be a better person?
Yeah.
That's kind of.
But no, I'm saying the why behind certain people do stuff matters. Because if you want to be a better person to be better than people, that's different than wanting to be a better person.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I believe you want to be a better person. And I don't want it to sound like a shot, but that's just the way I think. That you want to be a better person. Not to say that you're a better person than somebody, but to feel like you're a better person than somebody. Am I off?
You're off.
But help me understand.
I just don't think like that.
And he's giving and then this is not a shot at your personality,
and that's
type, but this is a attribution to this is you're very impractical and you have a difficult time in dealing with data. He's telling you he's telling you.
But no, he ain't telling me no
He's
data.
telling you
I'm
that's
saying
not
you
what
don't-
it
you
is.
have-
Right, but that ain't data.
I'm saying there's so
Yeah, it
much
is.
more stuff.
That's not data.
There's so much
It
more
is.
stuff that you don't know that I know that I don't force on you. Is what I'm saying.
But that has nothing to do with anything.
Yes, it does.
How?
Because if I wanted to be better or everything, I would let you know everything I know. I would let you know about all the breathing treatments I do, I would let you know this stuff. You don't know anything about that. Why would I not try to get you onto that too?
That has nothing to do with anything, okay? My point is the fact that you are learning those things are based off your competitive mechanism. The fact that you're even interested in any of that stuff is based off your competitive mechanism. It's not like, I feel like, are you trying to be a better person to compete with yourself, or are you trying to be a better person because that's just what you want to do?
Yes.
What?
You said yes. Answer the
Yes,
question.
Because I think that's what everybody does.
No, that is not true, Michael Jordan.
That's not being Michael Jordan, bro.
That is literally being Michael Jordan. He's
How?
I
crazy.
don't even know what the question was. What did
Yes,
you ask
I
me? You
want.
said
Yes, I want to
both
be a better
questions.
person. So yes, I am competitive with myself to drive myself to motivate myself. What is I'm confused. That don't mean I don't. You can be both. You're like making it one or the other. You know, you can do both. You can be competitive with yourself and still want all the better for the world. The competitiveness doesn't come from the part wanting to be better people. That has nothing to do with that.
I'm saying there's two different types of wanting to be better for yourself.
Right.
And competing with yourself.
Right.
You can be competing with yourself just because you're competing with yourself, and you can be competing with yourself to prove that you're better than somebody.
Right.
Okay, Michael Jordan in basketball sense
Right.
competes with himself.
Yes.
I'm the GOAT, nigga.
But he does it.
But for anybody else that's out there that don't think I'm the GOAT, I'm only chasing myself because I
Right.
already know I'm the GOAT. I'm not worried about y'all.
Yes.
So I'm saying
in that
there's
instance,
that.
I could be I'm the furthest from that.
Okay.
I'm saying if I wasn't, who you don't think I'd be? As of right now, you don't think I would let it be known more?
No, Michael Jordan don't got to let it be known. That's what he does the furthest. But he still competes with himself in secrecy to be better. He never let it know. He's never said he was the GOAT once. Said it in private, probably.
Okay.
Because when you're the GOAT and you feel like you're the GOAT, you don't really have to say it. It's like, nigga, I'm competing with myself. Like, I'm not. I know, because I'm not competing with y'all. So if I wasn't the GOAT, I'd be competing with y'all. I'd be worried about y'all, but I'm not. And I'm saying you don't have to let us know everything that you do or anything because you feel like you're gonna be a better person doing what you're doing, and it's gonna show and tell that you're a better person. Not than us, but I'm just saying in general.
Yes.
And I also feel like there's also some deep-rooted I don't know the word, but like deep-rooted family reasons behind that too.
Yeah, but I've always thought you was wrong on that.
I hate when we hint at stuff because I don't know if we're ever on the same page.
Or Daniel?
No, I don't give a fuck about that. I think that in your life you've dealt with. I mean, you've told us. I hate when I try to hint around stuff. There's been times in your life where you like, damn, like, I'm really salty that I was taught this way, or I was raised this way, and just certain stuff like that. Or I'm really salty that my family, like some parts of my family, believe certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying that thinking.
What I can say is the competitiveness is what got me in the field. Over time, I changed into not caring about none of that. I can say at the beginning, that's what got me into it, is the competitiveness. Once I accomplished my first goal, I wanted to accomplish more. But once I realized what it could do for me, or what it did for me, and just this simple knowledge that's just so easily out there that I feel like everybody should know. I think the competitiveness definitely is the reason why I got into it. No doubt about it.
Okay, so also.
But from the moment I bought that course, from the month before that, I would not have bought that course for that reason. Without trying to actually do better.
I know that, but I'm saying, do you think there's a world where you would be okay with being in your own head and being fine with your own realizations?
I think I'm fine with them now.
But like your thing, and it was true, your thing says that you always try to rationalize with people. You always try to you work yourself up on trying to think, why do they think like that, or why X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm. That don't change my thoughts. Because
I'm saying, would there ever be a time where you can turn that off and you could be okay? Like, I'm doing this, I'm learning this X, Y, and Z, and it's strictly for me. I don't care about teaching nobody nothing. Like, it's just knowledge that I need to have. I don't care about putting nobody, showing nobody nothing.
I do that right now.
Yeah, but I don't know about that.
I'm telling you right now what I do.
Shane, interject.
When he said it, that's really what I thought the whole time. Yeah, his competitive drive got him into it, but he then found, oh, this is a benefit. Like, even if it's from a capitalistic standpoint, even if it's from an information standpoint, he's like, oh, I found that this can be a betterment to people in society. I believe so. Even if it's just from, not even all people, but from that community of people.
Yeah, and it started off as my close friends and family. That's the main thing. I wanted to learn this knowledge because no one else knows it. I wanted to not have my close friends and family just live what I was taught. That there's better ways to heal yourself and just everything what we're not taught. It started off on that.
Okay.
It started off as really beginning to better myself, and then my close friends and family, and then expanded to people.
And is your personal gain from that the relief you get knowing that they know?
No, if it would help somebody.
Okay. I can live with that.
If someone had something wrong with them, I advise them to help them with the treatment of anything.
Is that more I told you so then?
No. Especially if I want to create a business with it.
That don't mean, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying that, I don't know. It's hard to talk to me after reading that because it's so right. Like mine, I get my own way. Because even with you saying all that, you could be doing all that stuff, but it could still be for a personal gain at the end of all the webs. Like, it could still be...
But I think everything you've ever done in your life, you got some type of personal gain.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, say in a perfect world, you did all that, and you just wanted to help your friends and all that. That could still, like, at the end of that web, it could be, well, I did all that because I wanted to say I told you so.
Yeah, but that's not so far. That's just not the
Again,
answer.
true to Stefan's character. He lives in fantasy world. Like, I'm not saying that's fantasy,
Right.
but you live in the world of what if. You live in the world of, yeah, you're saying that, but you could really be saying because of this. Like, that's how you are. That's how you think. You don't always take what he's saying for face value. You're seeing it as, yeah, I hear you, nigga, but you could really be doing it for this, or this. It's like talking to a brick wall.
No, that's not true.
No, it is.
No, that's not
It
true.
is.
A brick wall.
As far as for the other person, you know you're not a brick wall. But when I'm trying to, like, him throwing stuff at you right now is like throwing at a brick wall. It's not getting through.
Nah, he
Don't
could say
matter.
certain stuff that will make me believe it more.
Yeah, but even just how you said that. More.
What?
Because nothing he's saying.
Have you noticed a lot of change over me in the past
Yeah,
year?
none of that is. I cannot.
So why is it so far?
Because
I'm saying
you're drove by a competitive mechanism. Like that would have to change. We would have to. That is what I think the center of you is. Okay, so in order for me to believe other things around you change, I would have to see that change, or else I would always believe your motive behind doing what you do is always your mechanism. Are you a competitive person? Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, I'm competitive.
assessment? Like, and I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about just in general. If someone's known you for 10 years, is that okay? So, what do you think within your change has helped that?
Being more open-minded,
Yes.
being more empathetic. These are changes that
Oh my God, I'm so crazy, bro.
if I would have told you I changed a lot of stuff, my way on health, my way on just the world, if you'd have told me a lot of these changes, these big life changes I would have made just 2 years before, I wouldn't have believed them. I'm sure you wouldn't have believed them. Because I wouldn't have believed myself.
If I tell you how I'm thinking, you're going to call me crazy.
I already think you're crazy.
Okay,
Tell
well,
us.
here we go. I'll shoot from the hip. So, what if I believe that these changes are more culturally accepted and again, to your competitive mechanism, you want to be the most of something. So I wouldn't have been shocked.
What do you mean culturally accepted?
I think it's not like what you do is not profound like knowledge, right?
Right.
Okay. And if you see, okay, well there's a whole side of people that believe this certain way and believe in some of these things. Let me get in and learn about that. I think it's in you to learn the most and do the most and master it the most.
Yeah.
That's just you.
But okay, so that part I will always be competitive in that way. But that don't mean that just means I want to know as much as I can.
Right. What is that word? You're very.
That just means I want. You know what I hate more than anything? When people, I'm sure you do too. I'm sure you do too. At Chocolate Smoothie, if someone came up and asked you a question and you just did what's in that smoothie you didn't know, you'd be sitting thinking like, why? You just look. I hate when people ask me questions and I'm stupid and I don't know and I have no idea when I'm oblivious. So I would hate to be certified, be heard, and people ask me a whole bunch of questions I just don't know. Then I look goof as fuck. So if I take something serious, if I want to learn something, I'm going to try to learn as much as I possibly can. But that don't change the reason why I want to learn it.
All right, then that's where we differ. I'm saying the reason why you want to learn it so hard is to be the best at it. You're saying the reason why you want to learn it so hard is to help people.
Right.
That's just where we differ right there. My belief is the reason, anytime you get into something, you want to do it the best. You want to put your foot on somebody's neck. So if you got into what you getting into...
Even if it's old Hunter.
Yeah, this is just period, because I'm saying the basis of what you are is... For instance, if you came into knowledge of a kind of new sport right now, right? And then you started to grow liking on it, you by nature, you will do your due diligence on your time off and everything to learn everything about it. So that way no one can tell you anything. That's just how you are. Am I wrong?
I would do yeah.
And I'm saying the reason why you do those things is so no one can tell you anything about it. Like, that's a competitive mechanism.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the reason why I'll do that, though.
Okay, now, in that scenario, the difference was between, okay, I'm getting into this because I just like the sport. Not for no other gang, like I just like it, so I want to know everything about it because I just like it. I'm saying yours and my brain is you would get into it because I don't want none of you niggas to tell me anything about it because I know.
But you know what it really is?
What?
I love information.
Right, but that can still go to my point.
But not really. I'm saying that's the reason why, with anything. I love information of anything. We didn't have the conversation mad times of if I would want to know, if you wouldn't want to know. I told you every single time. I would want to know. Anything, especially if I'm intrigued about it. If something catches my eye, I'm intrigued, I'm going to deep dive and try to learn everything about it because that caught my eye and I want to know. It interests me. That's all that is.
But why?
Why I want to learn everything? I don't know. Why do I want to learn as much? I don't know. If something intrigues me, I want to know. I don't know.
Do you think that's a competitive thing? Him wanting to know everything?
I want to know.
Do you think there's a competitive game behind him wanting to know everything?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Not to everything. But what you like to do a lot is you take one thing and you share it. You spread it in every other area. He might be like that in a lot of areas, which I do agree. But And if your brain works like that, you're just insane.
What?
The fact that you just want to know everything more. Like, to his point, you're insane. If that's how you operate off of that, that is crazy to me. I don't believe that's true, but I'm just saying that is a crazy man. Like, I just want to learn everything. I want to learn this lighter inside and out just so nobody can ever tell me anything about this lighter. I don't even like the lighter.
I'll give you some scenarios. If he had an argument about it and he felt like he was unknowledgeable about that lighter in that argument, the next time he had the argument with the lighter, he would know everything about the lighter.
Why
That's
would
just,
it not?
I'm not blaming you for it. I'm just saying that's how you are.
That is how you are.
If it made me feel some type of way.
So I'm saying that's a competitive mechanism.
Yeah. To where me and Stefan's point is we might be like, if we got into an argument and you schooled me on something, I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all can school me on hella shit. It has to be something that interests me.
That doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it does, because then I want, the main reason why I want to learn everything because I need to know why and what and understand it. That's the reason why I tried to understand.
Is curiosity competitiveness?
Not always.
But it can be.
It can be.
I don't like seeing little bits of the story. I like to know the what happened. Like, I love documentaries.
You need to listen to Kobe talk about curiosity.
I'm sure I've heard it.
In his Dear Basketball, he said that's what drove him to be the way he was, competitive, curiosity. He just wanted to know why and why certain stuff went the way it did, and it drove him to crazy competitiveness.
I know I'm competitive. I'm not denying that. But I think that you can channel your competitiveness.
Yeah, oh yeah. Mike can't, but yeah.
And I think once you see the world as what it is in the bigger picture, it's not hard to.
Okay, I would agree with that. I would say that you're not off in everything you're saying. The problem is with me, is that I can't get out of my own way with thinking. I don't know what you would have to do. Yeah, you would have to do something to show me that your competitive mechanism has died for me to believe that not everything you do, but mostly what you do is centered around.
But my competitive mechanism will never die.
And that's why, to his point, he will never be able to.
I would always think the way I think.
He's always going to look at it through that
anything you do,
lens.
I'm going to think, okay, why is he doing that? Is he doing it to be better than? And I'm not saying better than in like a wrong way, like, oh, he thinks he's better than. I'm saying better than, like, I know how you are. Like, you could not let somebody school you on a lighter twice. And that's I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't have that in me. I do in ways, but you more so than anybody I know.
Like, you joke around a lot. You say, like, nobody can ever eat more toast than me in the world.
Well, that's a fact.
But you truly believe that.
He said that's a fact.
You really believe, like, even if you don't mean everybody in the world, you mean us. And y'all better know.
All right.
Y'all will never eat more toast than me.
Which is crazy, but whatever.
In the world.
And he also, how much bowls
But
of
that's
cereal
just-
you thought you,
Yeah.
like, dude.
I mean,
That
that's just
wasn't-
how you are.
That
That's
was a fact. That wasn't
that's
competitiveness.
How many bowls of cereal you thought you had eaten in your life?
I forget. It was like over. You said something. It was like 100 or something.
No, get real.
He got some stupid shit, but
You said a certain cereal you had over 100 times in your life. That's what it was.
and I have. He said some crazy shit. Like I haven't had 100.
It was
Yeah.
Wheaties.
Oh yeah. No, it was 50 times.
Get the fuck real.
He said I ain't had cream of wheat 50 times in my life.
You have.
That's wild. I mean, I don't know. I know I have.
Well, yeah. So you have.
You know you have.
Well, not cream of wheat.
No, I've had.
Yeah, cream of wheat.
I've had cream of wheat over 50 times easily.
Okay.
Like it's not close.
Okay, Michael Jordan.
That's not competitiveness. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. The fact that you put numbers on stuff is competitiveness.
No, we were talking about that in just a
You're
something.
betting. You're betting. You have a competitiveness problem.
Maybe I do. But like I said, once you see the world and
And that's why you cried during that last mic, Doc.
No, I didn't.
You should have.
Didn't even cry.
What'd he say? That's the way you want to play. Oh, fuck
Did you see that shot tagged Club?
I saw that clip. I haven't seen it yet.
You guys.
I put the clip. I tagged Club.
He's so fed up.
Yeah.
Mike.
Mike is fed the fuck up.
I tagged Khalil and I said, let's trying to
Teach him the
teach
new
him
rules.
our rules of Monopoly.
He said, if that's not how you want to play it,
then don't play.
then don't play that way. Cut. He's scared.
Oh, yeah, and then he got up. He said, I
Yeah.
need to take a break.
Man, break.
He was crushed.
Man.
Man, I mean, this is insightful. I mean, it's an insightful podcast because if people really,
No, this is a boring. To anybody who would watch this, be a boring podcast. But
Maybe.
to our real people who watch, they'll get to know our personality.
I would love to see
And
some
this would be
people
a
that
good-
we respect. I'm done shouting out podcast names.
This would be a good podcast for when people go.
I would
like,
love to see some people that we respect in the podcast
Fuck
game
them. They fell off for real.
break themselves.
I'm
down.
just calling it now, y'all.
What?
But
Go back
if people get really true with themselves and look at maybe not where you're at today, because obviously the goal of humanity and being a person is to evolve. So you're not going to be the very thing that these things are saying. But if you can get true with yourself and be like, I did have to grow from that. I did something that, like this for me was spot on.
I agree.
I will say that out of all three of us, you've grown the most.
Who, me?
So
How?
there's data I can't deny. I mean, I can't deny that. So there's that. But my why. Always the,
Who do you think that I self-reflect a lot?
yeah.
Do you think I'm self-conscious of
Yep.
myself?
Yep.
Why do you think it'd be so hard for me to change?
Or
Or be aware of certain things in certain aspects? Why
are
do
you saying that I think that? I don't think that you're unaware of that stuff. I
No,
think you're
but-
very aware.
Right, but why do you think that? Why do you think that I already haven't thought of? No, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
It's crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm saying, why do you think that in my self-reflections, I wouldn't have already processed when I self-evaluated my competitiveness and where I can direct it?
I think you have, but that doesn't. Okay, what? Trust me, I don't think you miss anything. When you self-evaluate, I don't think you miss a thing. But that goes to my point.
How?
Why would you miss a thing if you're that competitive? When you're self-evaluating, why would you miss a thing? You're going to be the most insecure. You're going to be the most self-evaluating because you're competitive. And you got to make sure you have no weaknesses in your game. None.
Yeah, but I can go off of from how I feel. I'm a lot less competitive.
Yeah. You definitely are in so many ways. So many ways. I will say, and this is 100. Now, if you were presented with facts, like you said, you could be in a heated argument. If you were presented with facts and information, you would say, "Yep, you're actually right." There was a period in your life where I don't think you would have done that.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
And you would just argue to win the argument, not for the information purposes.
And that's correct. I would argue because I know I could beat them in an argument and with a technical way. Now I care more about the information. Now
That is a fact.
I have succumbed a lot of self-pride for information. What was I just doing? What was I just? I was just admiring to you Joe Rogan of how he's so
good at.
I said the main thing I love about Joe Rogan is
He knows a little bit about it.
well but how he can come in a podcast, say something, come next podcast and say, "Hey, yo, I was wrong as fuck, my bad." Or if someone schools him on the podcast, he can be like,
Yep.
"Damn, really? I ain't look at it like that." Like I don't argue no more.
Okay.
Y'all don't see me in I mean,
My last point, the word you just used before all this,
Pride.
that's what you suppressed. I don't know if you suppressed a lot of your competitiveness, but your pride. You don't have a lot of pride no more.
well, I wouldn't say that.
Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah, I got a lot of pride. I don't have a lot of dumb pride.
Foolish pride.
Foolish pride. I don't have a lot of foolish pride. I don't. If it's something that I don't, I don't have a lot of foolish
What
pride.
Cole say? Foolish pride will make you not admit it.
That used to be him.
And if
though.
you ain't vibing with it,
That used to be him.
In fact, that's rise and shine.
I got too much pride still. So there's that. Episode
I like
35.
this, man. This was good.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people should do this with their friends.
They don't, and they need
I
to.
think a lot of people should.
And that's the problem with you girls out there. Y'all don't evaluate your friends. The
Well,
next thing you know, they're sucking your boyfriend's dick.
And y'all, all jokes
that's what
aside, look,
happens.
now real quick,
That's what
I done
happens.
gained 25 pounds since this quarantine, right? Stephen done gained 10, 15. Shane's still in his bag, U.S. bag. Tell your friends when they're getting fat, okay? Stephen, I came down here, my shirt off. He said, "You're getting fat." My little brother Holden, they let me know, "Hey, bruh, you're getting fat again." Hold your friends accountable in that way too, okay?
And then we'll see less you.
Well, we'll see. And this is like, it's kind of being funny, but it's kind of really not, because when people gain a lot of weight, they don't be okay mentally. So, but they don't.
And you know that.
I know that. I mean, I'm okay mentally, guys, I promise. But I'm saying a lot of people don't have the willpower I do. So now that just sound competitive, and I just sounded crazy. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm like,
Well,
dude.
a lot of people should take. The
But
time
they
to-
don't though. So is it being competitive? Is it being competitive if you know certain things about yourself? A lot of people don't have the willpower I do. They don't. It's just a fact. I mean, how is that being competitive when that's just a known fact?
Right, but
I'm not competing. That's not competing.
Yeah, it is when you always.
I just said that to y'all because it was a joke saying
Right, we
I'm
got
not
it.
okay.
Oh, that's tongue in cheek.
Right.
But yeah, you better watch it, because like even earlier Shane had to tell you, King, calm down,
About what?
identify, don't compare.
Well, that's just because y'all was being.
But you have trouble doing that.
That's because I didn't want to hear that excuse.
Right. I know. That's just a small
Yeah.
point, but I'm saying just watch it. Be conscious of it. Be conscious of it. If we say anything, don't compare to yourself and say, well, guys, identify. Because you do it still. Episode 35. Kevin Durant, speaking of insecurities, he's the most insecure.
I'm weak as
Dang,
fuck.
literally.
Shut up. You're insecure.
Literally.
You hate
Yes.
Kevin Durant so bad and it pisses
Right.
me
Oh,
off.
You fake hate him. No, you fake
No,
hate
no,
him.
like
Right.
honestly,
Get me
he's the
started.
probably the only person in the NBA that I despise.
Right, but not Trae Young.
Despise.
Get real. Trae
Like-
Young.
Don't, you're like
Like I don't like James Harden's gameplay, but I don't despise him as a player.
Yeah, but because you broke your heart.
No,
Get real.
That's not it. It's because you got people like Boogie Cousins looking at us cross-eyed.
I don't know what any of that means. All I know is you should put Trae Young at the top of that list, and that's for different reasons. This is episode 35 of the Noahidols. This was the personality.
Talk to your friends, man. Talk to your friends.
You gonna let me close?
Yeah, go ahead, King.
All right, episode 35 of the Know-It-Alls. This was the personality. We've had a million of these type of episodes, so blah, blah, blah. This is episode
We just have
35.
science to back it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Shane's worn out, had a long day. Joe, he
I'm
looks
hot.
like he went 12 rounds. And I'm
With a
hungry.
bear.
I'm hungry and I'm troublesome. As we like to say, peace, love, and all the above. We're out.
I'm hot, though I am. My God.